Welcome to the channel, let the good vibes flow. This digital garden is a place for us to grow. Just vibing on the frequency, no need for disrespect. It's all about that harmony, a positive effect. So find your peace and settle in, leave the noise outside. Just chillin', just chillin'.
What it do? It's your boy Day One and John Doe. What it do? Happy birthday to my boy John Dizzy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. So let's see here.
Right back here, man. We already got them warmed up. Everybody over here, that's good, man.
Yes. Unknown. What it do? Let's go put this up here. Oh, there it is showing. Mass Grow, what's happening? Yeah, guys. We're gonna do a giveaway today. We're gonna give away tonight. We're doing a giveaway for JD's birthday. Happy birthday, JD, John Doe, my co-host. So appreciate you. Always showing love, always showing out with me. You know what I'm saying? Taking on the cannabis community when they coming hot. No, I'm just playing. No, I appreciate you, John Doe, man. You've been solid, been a real one, man, from day one. So I appreciate you, always messing with your boy, tapping in with me, man. This is the least I can do is rock with you on your birthday. Do a little giveaway, you know what I'm saying? And do what we always do. You know what I mean? So salute to you, bro, for staying solid.
You already know, man. Appreciate you always, brother.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna do a giveaway today for that, guys. For JD's Bday. And I know there is people waiting on packages for me, but good thing is the good thing is that there's things that I've been actually waiting on that's actually going in packages that I got going out. So it's cool. So y'all gonna see these pins right here? These were pins donated by Rebellious Pins right here. So I have a bunch of these pins now that's going to go out with go out with everything that I got going out. So everybody who's expecting something from me, there's a couple more things coming into the package that I got going out for everybody that you didn't know. So just stay tuned, stay tapped in. You guys got something coming. You guys all know who I owe things to. You guys got some extra things coming in your package. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's what we doing. Sauce in the building. Uncle Lado D. Falala, what's happening? All right, so hey, I'm gonna need y'all to be vigilant out there in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. Okay, let's just be vigilant out there in the chat, y'all. All right, that's all we're gonna say. We don't give no energy to nobody. We don't need no energy over here. We don't play with NPCs. Those are non-player characters. They only activate when we give them energy. So we ain't gonna give them no energy today. But yeah, man, that's what we doing, guys. We're gonna be chilling, smoking, doing what we always do. Doing a giveaway. We're gonna be shooting the shit, showing plants, doing what we always do. But we're just gonna do it on JD's Bday, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir,
we're gonna do a giveaway.
So, man, I say you got some assault shit going. What you got going, man? You got the saucy punches? What you got?
So I'm gonna have some instrumentals playing in the background, y'all. Yeah, I might even get wicked with it with you. Man, he game. Fermented rice water, bro. I figured out. So I went ahead and got the rice water and then let it ferment. This shit smells sour, but my plants love it. They love it. Fermented juice and fermented rice water. You know what I'm saying? About a half a cup per 2 gallons. That's how potent it is. A half a cup per 2 gallons of water. And lovely. What y'all smoking on out there, chat? Sauce, what's happening? Man, screw, I see y'all. What y'all smoking on out there? Hope y'all having a good one. Staying cool out there in this heat. You know what I mean? Staying away from all the clowns and freaks. You know, they got their 15 minutes of fame.
Real still remain.
You know? But, you know, when they ain't got too much to talk about, it always returns to the same initial situation. We do, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all talking that shit. You ain't about nothing, nigga. You just talking that shit. About nothing, nigga. You just talking that shit. You ain't about nothing. You just talking that shit. You ain't about nothing. You just talking that shit. You ain't about nothing. You just talking that shit. Nigga, you ain't talking nothing. You just talking that shit. Make the chat laugh like you own a clip. That's all you doing. Just making the chat laugh. You ain't about shit. Nothing. You ain't about nothing. Making the chat laugh. You just a clown. Running games on the snow anyway. I feel good. My motherfucking yeah, I'm rolling up some little mix of little calf sour, some Keith, a little bit of blue raspberry Plutonian F2, but some of the bud that I had crossed the calf sour and the Plutonian blue raspberry Plutonian F2, so that shit was pretty good. Some of the green from the seeds that I harvested, I tried to keep, but most of it, they were so small, I just wanted to get the beans. So last night I went through and I harvested everything as far as seed wise. So yeah, so I harvested everything seed wise, and everything I got seeds from, but the blue ras Timbatonin F2 that I sprinkled a little bit of pollen on uh, the Acapulco Gold. So that was the only one I didn't get any seeds out of, but I did 2 of those, and I got a couple seeds out of one of them. What's up? Starhand is in the building. If you only grew, what's happening? I see you got no wrench. I'll tap in, check the channel out, see if you get a wrench. Mm-hmm. I hope you're having a good one, man. You know what I mean?
If you only grew, what up, man?
Let me grab these seeds that I real quick on the show that. Smoke you niggas like to smoke this joint, talking that shit. You ain't about nothing, punk. You don't want to scrap. You don't want to see me. I got them hands back to back. Jab, jab. Jab, jab. Jab, jab. Jab, jab. What it do? You don't want to see me. You talking cool. That talk is cheap.
Oh yeah. Getting high all day if only grew. If you only grew. Probably right, but I'm just balling it. Turned up. What up, Piff? We got the
Oh,
toe.
gravity bong. Fuck, I smoked out a gravity bong in high school. Ooh, wee. Hey, there was a gravity bong, man. We took a 5-gallon jug, cut the top off, and then took a 2-gallon jug, cut the bottom off, filled the 5-gallon jug up with water, like a regular, dispenser, 5-gallon jug, cut the top off, filled that motherfucker up with water, cut the bottom off a 2-gallon or a regular gallon jug of milk or something, cut the bottom off of that, submerge that part into the water of the 5-gallon, then we light the weed and then pull it up, and as you suck it, they suck all that smoke out, and then you push down on the the 2-gallon or the gallon jug into the 5-gallon, and all that smoke just goes up. Oh my goodness, bro. Boy, them Caucasians had me on one, boy, back in high school, fucking with that gravity bomb. Boy, homemade. Woo! That was the highest I ever been, bro. That's that high when you take so much smoking, you start coughing and choking, and your eyes is dripping wet, and you just turn flush red, and you high for like 10 hours. That shit was crazy, bro. Shout out to the homies back in the day. But man, so I didn't expect some of the seeds that I got. So I crossed the Acapulco Gold times Crescendo, but it was a very small plant, and I got 5 beans out of it. 5 beans out of the Acapulco times Crescendo. Shout out to THC Garage. And then I took the Cab Sour male or Cab Sour female, took a clone of it, crossed it with the Panama Red, and I got about 10 seeds. So Cab Sour crossed with the Panama Red. All right, and also took what is this right here? All right, so I took the Blue Raz Time Platonian F2. I crossed that with the Crescendo and got a bunch of seeds out of that. A decent amount of seeds out of one little clone, bro. These, like, I'm telling you, just like one little.
Crescendo gave you the most?
No. What gave me the most was. Let me grab these. And I still got one more that is still drying. That is probably going to give me the third most seeds. Let me grab them. So, all right. So the Blue Raz Time Platonian F2 that I crossed with the Cab Sour male. Look at all these fucking seeds, bro.
Yeah.
Off that little clone. Off that little ass fucking clone, bro. All these beans, bro. Good beans too. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one was the Panama Red crossed with the Acapulco. Look how many beans came. And that was a little ass clone too, bro. Like little clone, bro. Ridiculous amount of seeds came out of those little clones.
You know you can do it that way too now.
Yeah, now I know I can cut a clone in flower and still keep it in flower while it's rooting and pollinate it, and we'll still get beans from it. You know what I mean? And then I haven't even finished siphoning through all of this right here. This is the Blue Crim crossed with the Freya's Forever Fruit Auto. And there's hundreds and hundreds of seeds in here. And I still got another big bag of just shake to just sift to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I got fucking seeds for days, and these are all my own crosses, shall they say. So,
yeah, that's a good
don't
cross
worry,
right
bro.
there.
I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, after I finish all the, once I harvest all the THC Garage stuff, and I finish the community tent, I'm taking all the beans that I cross and taking my 4x8 and both my 4x8s and both my 2.5 by 5s, and I'm gonna do a pheno hunt. I'm gonna take every one that I crossed and do, a decent, about 10 seeds each. I mean, I know I don't have 10 seeds of every plant, but I'm gonna go through of every one that all these seeds I just showed y'all, and I'm do a little pheno hunt. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we doing, man.
Yeah, and I got some other things that I'll talk to you about. Going forward with revamping the grow up I was telling you about. You know what I mean, and how I was going to do it. You know what I mean? I got some people backing me, and I got some ideas that's coming. So before I pull it out and call it out and lay it out, I'm gonna lock it all down. But it's gonna be fucking fun, bro. It's gonna be fucking fun to be able to do this in a way that it's gonna be beneficial to everybody involved. Grumpy, what's happening? We got some of the real OGs in the building tonight. Hey, we chilling today. It's JD's birthday, John Doe's birthday, man. We're doing a giveaway tonight, guys. I want you guys in the chat to. We're not gonna do the giveaway right away, but we will do it sometime throughout the night. But in the chat, I want you to put Happy Bday JD. All right, Happy Bday JD. Put that in the chat. Sometime throughout the night, we will do a giveaway, and I'll keep reminding y'all. Happy birthday, JD.
HBD JD.
HBJD. All right, there we go. So we do this. Let me put it right here.
Good to see you too, bro.
All right, so put pound HBJD in the chat, and I'll be doing a giveaway throughout the night tonight. Not right now, but put that in the chat, and throughout the night we'll do it. All right, we're gonna do the one giveaway for JD's B-Day today. Y'all. So yeah, pound HBJD in the chat. Pound HBJD. HBJD. Pound HBJD in the chat, and we will do a giveaway this evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's spark up, man. I can use me a joint right now, man.
That shit is.
You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it on the positive. We're gonna do what we always do, man. Not speak on none of the negative energy that's out there, because we don't give no energy to that BS. No energy to the BS, y'all. We celebrate JD's birthday, guys, and we just doing what we normally do. Matter of fact, let me put the link up. I'm tripping. Y'all gotta remind me, man, because sometimes I just get to going and God, I ain't put the link up there. Y'all want to come up and chill with us? More than welcome to. Let's pin this in the chat. Now we got the instrumentals playing. I want to come up and jump on a beat and freak. Let's do this. Let's lock this in. All right, we pinned that in the chat. All right, there we go. That's pinned in the chat right there, guys. All right, let's go back to all right, there we go. All right, so the link is in the chat, guys. If you guys want to come up and chop it up with us, show your grow, smoke with us, ask questions, whatever you want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's positive, we don't none of the nonsense. All right, guys. Let me get me a lighter, y'all.
Kenfolk.
What's going on, Kenfolk? Go on and reach out. Go on and reach out. I'll give y'all a virtual bump of this toad. I don't know. We gonna look at it. I'm showing it on camera too, because I ain't, I don't do no fakery and no fuckery. I'm gonna show it on camera. Y'all tell me if this toad. Anybody ever seen toad? It's pretty fucking good though. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't like the lime. This is what I told y'all.
I don't know. I never had it.
Anybody seen Toad? That's real reefer too. No spray pack. Look. You can't even break that shit. It's pretty good. They got a lime terp on the back end. When you smoking it, it's not strong. It's not gel. It's not like gelinade and all that shit, but you can taste it. And that ain't my twist. I'm more of a pine lemon joint, lemon type of guy. I gotta move the caddy, y'all. I gotta let Pops out. Oh. Yo, I made some motherfucking pico de gallo last night. Didn't nobody know it was over there. It was like the end of the night. Everybody was leaving and shit. Motherfuckers started eating that shit. They were like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yeah, that's that shit. All fresh vegetables. Nice.
Junction, what up, man?
Little motherfuckers was high and shit. It woke them right up. And I put a little pineapple in that motherfucker. Pineapple pico with the sweet spicy. Fire.
Fish.
No, I made some pico de gallo last night. You know what that is?
Yeah, pico de gallo.
Yeah. We had a little party here last night. My wife's homies, both their birthday fell on the 3rd, so we had a little setback here last night. Little bonfire. I made them a meal. Yeah. That cat is like crazy, don't it? That cat. Yo, check this out. How about this shit? So my neighbor telling me about he met this guy. He took him out on his boat, right? He said the guy was freaking out and shit, right? How about I'm on the lake with my cousin? He telling me, yeah, I met this guy named John. He stayed next door to you. You know your neighbor? Hell yeah, I know my neighbor. I've been there 8 fucking years. That's my buddy. So the whole story is about my cousin. You understand what I'm saying? He done met my cousin down on the lake. He telling me, yeah, I had this guy on the fucking boat. He was freaking the fuck out the other night. Whoa. That was, yeah. Right, I got the same story from Cuz. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till the morning to tell Mr. John. He don't even know that shit.
All right. I'm back.
I got a huge family.
I'm back. What's up, Piff?
What's going on, Day One? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm lovely, bro. I'm lovely. Appreciate you tapping up on with us.
Yes, sir. Big John birthday, shit.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wormhole Junction. Greetings from Canada, huh? Appreciate you tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's your birthday. You gotta get one of these on your back.
He got the Beamer, or you got the BMW or the?
No, this is the caddy,
Mercedes. Bro. No. I'm saying I know what John Doe got.
Yeah, you gotta get the caddy on his back. The big grill.
Over there.
You gotta get the big grill on his back. The Rolls
That's
Royce
fine.
grill.
We're doing all right.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, man. Hold on, real quick. Real quick. I want to spark this joint. This little joint right here to my boy, my man's John
Yeah,
Doe for his birthday. Salute
yeah.
to you, bro.
Stop that
You
shit.
always been 100 from the
Salute.
beginning, never wavered, always been solid, always keep me informed, let me know what's going on, bro.
Stop
And
that
I
shit,
appreciate
bro.
you being solid, bro. And this is the least
You
I can
already
do
know,
is
man. You know, I
blaze up
already
for
know,
you
bro.
on your birthday, man,
You
just to
already know.
show the love, bro. So salute
Yes,
to you,
sir.
man,
Yes,
and
sir.
plenty
Much
more
love,
years of
brother.
life and prosperity and evading the BS and just growing, bro. I appreciate you, man. So to you,
Come on, let's put this toe in the air for Big John.
I told him, yeah, man, they want to spark that shit. Shit, I'm gonna take another dab. Fuck it, dude.
Till day, bro.
Yeah, I in a motherfucker already know.
I already know, bro. I already know, man. But I could not do what I said I was going to do. I mean, because I
I
came
feel you,
home, I
brother.
dozed off for a minute. I set my alarm because I know if I didn't set my alarm, my ass would have stayed sleep. I was like, nah, I can't. Gotta bounce up
I feel
and
you,
do what I
brother.
said I
I
was going to do for my
appreciate
boy.
you, man.
Smoke one, chill, his
That's
birthday,
love.
do a giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, as you always show me some love, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
You know, and as a team, we always showing love back to the community, man.
absolutely.
Nah, but that's what the community needs, the real shit, bro. We don't need this phony shit where we telling you to cut your plants down because they sick. We need to fix that problem and tell them why, what did you do wrong?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, if
That and at the end of the day, just keep your opinion to your motherfucking self, man. Mind your motherfucking business.
there you go. I mean, like at the end of the day, really though, bro, like
Like, if you obsess
woo.
that much about other people's shit, like, you can't have nothing going on in real life. You can't.
I just say like this, bro. If you out there and you siding to BS and you siding to let the trolls be trolls and trolls are being trolls and you don't have to be unknown and be coming in some bullshit ass account to be considered a troll. You know what I mean? You can become as you are talking the dumb shit you talk being a troll. So
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? If you can just keep it to you and keep it to the community and the cannabis, you don't have an issue. You know what I mean? No issue. As soon as you take it from out of context to something else where you make it personal, I mean that's when it becomes BS. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas just become obsessed and lose their fucking mind.
I mean, just sitting back, just kind of watching, and I just watching, just seeing like the yes men in the chat, the yes men that are yesing about absolutely nothing that they're no yesing. They don't know what
Yeah,
they're yesing about,
yeah.
and
That's what I was telling them. Like, most of the
it's
shit he
like,
was saying wasn't
what
even
is you
true.
like?
I'm
Yeah,
debunking him while laughing at his dumb ass.
it's just loudness and talking and over talking the next person and making the somebody
Not only
laugh.
over talking, the nigga talks for in 30-minute increments and shit. Like, he just take up all the airspace.
I mean, the airspace that was taken up was about nonsense, though.
Right.
I mean, we got a community, bro. Like,
Lies
I'm gonna
and
keep it 100. We got a
lies and
community
hate,
where
man. That's what they
there's a
like.
lot
They
of
like to see
people. There's a lot of people
the
who come
contention,
from
man.
yeah. There's a lot of people who come from different walks of life that experience some of the same thing. So to even poke at anything that somebody has been through that they have accomplished to beat a demon, and there's so many people that are in the community that I've talked to that you know beat these addiction demons
Mhm.
and use cannabis in so many different other ways to do it, but for somebody to try to degrade and make somebody less than because of whatever, situations that they've been through. That's like a spit into three-fourths of the chat, because a lot of people had addiction problems that now are smoking cannabis, growing cannabis,
People in the
and
community
has got
still
them
dealing
out of
with it.
that dark place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you know about addiction in that dark place, it's nothing to make fun at, to poke fun at, because if you experience relatives or yourself, then you know how bad it is and how it can get.
Exactly.
And there's nothing fun or laughable about somebody's journey to beat those demons.
Right.
That's it.
I did it.
There's no other segue that's okay to try to degrade and talk about somebody who is open and honest about whatever that they've been through and how they beat it and what they did to overcome, because it's inspiration to lots of other people who, when they're going through this addiction, they don't have any hope. They have no hope of getting over it. That's why it's an addiction. That's why it's what it is. There's no fun to poke at that at all.
Yeah.
Zero. You know what I'm saying? That's
Video,
like
man.
making fun of somebody that's like making fun of a female who likes females, or making fun of a male who likes males. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their prerogative and that's their journey. You know what I'm saying? To find self. That's what they like. That's what they like. But to poke fun at somebody, I mean, it ain't even poking fun, but just to try to degrade it
take
and
it out
talk
of
down
context and degrade it. But
yeah,
that made
that
no
was
sense.
nuts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You try to
It's
talk shit about
wow.
Cradle when that's what I used to get myself unaddicted for fucking prescription drugs. You try to say, oh, I might as well use heroin. Like, what? How do you equate the two, nigga? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Fucking idiot. I used kratom, which is a natural herb. It's in the caffeine family. This nigga talking about it's a toxic opiate.
Right.
Just
Right.
lying.
It's an herb. It's an herb.
Just lying.
But even so, what? Okay, so what? Okay, cool.
Family.
You know what I mean? But how do we go from, my pistol?
And it helped me get off of the
all this other
opiates.
shit.
It helped me get off of the fucking morphine.
And there's so many people who got similar stories about the kratom and different methods that they took. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people who have.
Like something wrong. That's why I know you didn't watch my video. I asked the nigga how long are the videos. He didn't want to tell you how long the videos are and how many tens of thousands of views they have on them. He didn't want to say none of that. He just want to try to play some shit out of context.
Okay, Master, how's that outdoor growing going? Yeah, man, we just, like I said, bro, there's some things that is like, okay, what are you trying to prove? That?
Yeah, and then why do you care? Why do you care about that type of shit at the end of the day? Why are you that obsessed with a nigga like that? That's the sad part.
John, don't put no bullets in the enemy's clip. They're gonna use that shit against you. Man. I know you don't give a fuck, but they're gonna use that shit against you.
I mean, it wasn't nothing. He just, that was a journey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I saw a lot of crack. That was a journey. I survived it.
I get you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I'm speaking in 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand addiction. I understand it because I was part of that shit. I was a part of that shit. It's certain shit you don't do.
We ain't gonna downplay somebody's journey to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm not downplaying. I'm bigging them up.
Not you. Oh. I'm just saying. I give no.
Yeah, but don't tell them pussies.
It's not that somebody's telling them. It's out there. It's already out there. You know what I'm saying? It's already out there.
All right. If y'all comfortable with it, if y'all comfortable with it,
the concept was twisted and made it seem like it was some other shit. That was it.
Yeah. Like they try to make it seem like Dr. King ain't whoop that bitch online. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of just talking to me, he's trying to play me, saying like, "What are you doing, nigga?"
They know what
you have me right here live, but you're trying to play a recording.
Yeah, no, but you survive that shit, bro.
You're a weirdo.
You survived that shit. Not only survived, documented it. to help
Yeah,
other
it's
people.
documented. That's why I
You know what
said
I'm
I ain't
saying?
afraid of it. It ain't like that's why I actually tried to question him on it. He didn't know nothing about it. That's all.
I didn't know nothing about it till you said something, bro. But I just don't want
It's
them.
like don't come up and make a point
Yeah,
about
those are some of
something.
my earliest
It's like,
videos,
but don't
bro.
make a point
That's what I
about
said.
something where you're switching the narrative of the video and trying to say, oh well, you couldn't do this.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
couldn't do
that's what
that.
they
Oh,
do,
you
bro.
couldn't
That's
do
what they
that.
do,
You
bro.
couldn't do
That's
this.
what
You
they
weren't
do, bro.
strong enough for that. Da, 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 da.
That's what they do.
And it's like, nigga, you wasn't strong enough to keep your hands off your lady, right? We can go that route. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right.
go all kind of
Okay.
routes. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? We ain't doing that. We just, like I said,
Yeah, we men.
I give,
No, we on man
I
time.
give.
That's it.
No, no,
That's
but I give
that's
nothing but
it.
respect for somebody who can come out and speak their truth about something they've
Yeah,
been through. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
man.
Yeah,
That's
you
a man. A
understand?
true man. He's standing 10 toes all the way down.
You know, 'cause you never know. You never know who that can help. I see
Yeah,
that helping so
exactly.
many other people
Exactly.
out there
I got a homie, bro.
versus
I got a
just
homie, bro.
somebody poking fun at
Bro,
the
just
scenario.
on those videos he talking about, you can read all the comments of people saying how much it helped. The video helped them. They tried it and it helped get them off their addiction. Trust me, just read you just read the comments. That's why I was trying to really get into the video. That's
I
why
mean,
I kept
I
having
hear
to
you,
ask you
Sauce.
how long
I, I hear you, Simper Bros. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know, we've all been through these
Dude.
trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make us
Go
less of a
go
person
look
to
up
speak
Diamond
like
Bands.
that.
Go on Pornhub and look up Diamond Bands, porn star.
Yeah, we ain't
I
doing no
dropped her off at
Pornhub
the
over here,
fucking
bro.
Greyhound. 2 days later, she was dead, bro.
damn.
Yeah. He relapsed 2 days later in Pittsburgh, gone.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
and
fuck with none of that
it's
shit.
like I said that
Gone.
I got
it's a
into an
struggle out there
accident
for
and they
it's a
gave me
struggle
prescription
out there for
drugs,
people,
and
man.
that's what got me
Yeah,
addicted.
that's the
I've
saying.
never tried a heroin,
That's the saying.
a
That's the thing,
coke,
though.
or nothing
People
like
don't
that in my
realize,
life.
JD, that it started off most of these things started off
You
from
ain't get deep.
getting them
Yeah,
from
you
your
ain't get
doctor.
deep. You ain't get that
You know,
deep.
you're getting it from
Nah,
your
bro.
doctor,
First time ever some
and then they're not
weed was the
telling you that,
first.
hey,
Weed and shrooms was the first I ever went.
Yeah.
3 days
I'm
of
just
taking
saying.
Percocet, your body's gonna be addicted to it.
Yeah.
But if
Perks,
you stop taking
Oxy,
it after three
all them
days, your
motherfuckers,
ass is
all
gonna
that
be
shit.
shitting on yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
All
throwing
that
up.
shit.
Your
Yeah.
equilibrium's gonna be off. You can't
Yeah.
eat.
Dope
You're gonna be
shit.
sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like
All
the
that
whole
shit.
9 yards. Like think that you know what I mean, but like that's not explained to you when you first get it. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
you
just
ain't
knew
gonna
you
know
ate
what's
that
going
plan.
on. Yeah, you
And
ain't gonna know what's
you
going on.
don't know. I experienced this when I was in high school. I separated my shoulder in football. Boom! I fell. Separated my shoulder. They gave me Percocets. Now I took them for about a week. After that week, I couldn't. I'm trying to figure out why I couldn't sleep. All of it, but
Yeah.
later now, just think about it. Not knowing what you're going through and just going through it, but now knowing
Yeah,
what
but
I
you
was
don't know
going
why.
through. No, but
Yeah,
now
you
I
tweak
know
the
what I
fuck
was
out.
going through. It's like
Yeah, you was
at
tweak the
those
fuck
times
out.
you ready to like fucking like when you're going through withdrawals, you ready to be like I'm ready to end this shit. That's how bad it be. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go through this shit no more. And I didn't realize that's what I was going through until I got older and I realized like, oh shit, that's
Yeah, yeah,
what I was going
yeah.
through. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I grew up in
understand.
the crack era, bro. I
I mean,
seen a
we did.
lot of
I'm
shit.
84. You right there with me, bro.
Yeah,
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a lot of shit at a young age, bro. Like at 6 years old, I knew what a pipe and a syringe was. I knew that. Don't touch that.
Hey, but I think we all, if we came from that era and we from the streets and we've been around all that shit because the '80s babies and growing up in the '90s and surviving the early 2000s, we know how that
Yeah,
goes. You know what I'm
if you
saying? So
survive that shit,
yeah, but
you the beast.
we
You
here
the beast.
now,
But
and
we
we
here
able to
now,
give
bro.
game. We able to give game
Our
and speak
hairline's
truth
gone,
to
but we here.
mine's actually coming back.
We
Mine's
here though.
coming back,
For real. What? What I say wrong?
bruh. Nothing,
All the
bro.
niggas with crispy
Hey.
hairlines ain't existing right now.
Fucking with that cracker. Nigga, if you got some hair, you's a bad motherfucker.
Hey, and nowadays, you know what I mean? You can't even tell if a motherfucking hairline is real because it's painted
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
it's glued
Beijing
on,
Chuck.
and you
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know if somebody's hairline is real or not, bro. That's why I don't fake it. I just say, look, I know I got a big forehead, man. My dad got a big forehead. My grandpa got a big
Yeah, it is
forehead.
what it is.
I'm
You
Indian
don't
and
like
black.
it?
I
Fuck
got
you.
chief. I got the chief head, big nose. If you ever seen like not like the not the 5 cent Indians, the
Yeah, and
5 cent
I use
Indians. I'm
that
talking about the
motherfucker.
real
I
Indians,
headbutt the fuck out
the
your ass.
real
Bang.
Indians. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, life is good, y'all. Man, it's good to have. It's good to have good conversation, guys, and to take things that you've been through and know where you are at, and to talk about it, and not to be
No, but this shit
somebody to try to
different, bro.
bash you. And
Bro, this shit different. It's like zombie land out here,
JD,
bro. It's
JD,
like zombie land. When in the 80s, the
hold on.
crackheads will pull up on you with a bankroll.
Happy birthday.
JD, you hear that? That's Miss Day One right there. Miss Daly. She said happy birthday.
That's what.
She said thank
Appreciate you.
you. Yeah. No. No, I think they're probably in the room. I took them off my pocket. Look in my bag. But there's somewhere in there. I had it with me. Huh? Yes. Yes. Thank you, love.
Hey, day one, think about that though. It was never a homeless crackhead.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you this like this. You know what I
No,
mean?
think about
No,
that.
no,
Think
no,
about
no, no,
that.
no,
Think
no,
about it.
no, no, no.
They always had somewhere to go.
I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna tell you this: the richest motherfucker in the world is a motherfucking fiend, bruh.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah. He got an issue. He got an issue.
because there's never
Ooh, that's a
a
power leg.
time or
Ooh,
a
that's a
day
power leg. But you going
where
to jail. You going
that
to jail.
motherfucker do not get what he need or she need,
Yeah,
bruh,
you going to
bro,
jail.
bro. They find the way to get what they
Hit that
need,
motherfucker twice. Hit it up twice and get away from them motherfuckers.
bruh. I'm telling you, bro. Like, and, you know, I mean, no disrespect to the fiends out there. You know what I mean? I was a fiend at one point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like,
I was a
if
fiend for
you can
money.
manifest your money to get
Yeah,
what
I
you
was a
need
fiend
when
for
you ain't
money.
got no means of making anything, and you still make it somehow, some way, you a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm a bad
I mean,
motherfucker.
because think about it, because you can do that same thing and use it for something else. You don't got. I mean, that's just what the fiend is going to use it for. You know, they're going to use it to go get their fix. You know what I mean?
No,
So
I
you
do.
can take that same concept and equate it to anything.
I got a set formula, man. My young niggas rich. You hear me? I ain't outside no more. My young niggas rich. Them little niggas rich. All they
That's
did was listen. All they
you
did was listen.
nowadays. These
I
kids got
told them
so
where I
many
fucked
ways to
up
get
at,
money, bro.
what I didn't do, and what I did do. Them little niggas listen. They rich. Them little
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Yeah,
Well, I hope them little cats not just rich, they smart. They can find a way to keep that money flowing because you know the hustle don't last forever. We all know that.
yeah. I ain't said they was
You know what I'm
smart,
saying?
but they listen what I told them. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. They listen what
I
I
mean,
told
damn,
them.
man. I think the whole point is to make these niggas
I should have told him
smarter, not
something else. Yeah. I gotta give
make them
him
a little
another game plan.
smarter. You know what I mean?
I gotta hit him back up.
You know,
You right.
God
You right.
damn, you
You
still
right. I
ain't
gotta
hit
give
us
him the
to the
next level.
goddamn ball,
You
bro.
right. You're
Shit.
absolutely right.
Come
I
on,
gotta
man.
give him the next level. You're right. You're right. We gotta clean this shit up now.
Oh man.
But it's
Yeah,
gonna
man,
cost.
that's
But it's
crazy.
gonna cost you. You just gave me a hustle. Thank you, bro.
Hey,
But
man.
no, it's gonna cost you. I'm gonna show you how to clean this shit up. But it's
Hey
gonna
guys,
cost
I'm
you.
gonna pop up on my phone, man. I'm gonna show the plants. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on, bro. Happy birthday, John Doe.
Big
Give
John.
him a second, bro. I'm gonna be right back up here, y'all. It's all love, bro.
He just gave me a whole business op.
I'll be right back up. Hold on, y'all.
Wild boys.
What you mean? I'm a hustler. For real. I don't do this shit for YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Consultation fees. Ain't that what it's
Trying to,
called?
trying to steer them in the right direction, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I made them rich. I'm gonna help them clean it. You right. I'm gonna go back. You're right. Go talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him. No, I don't know they gonna listen, but I'm
Oh
gonna
shit,
talk
it's
to
two
him.
of me. I'm just playing. Hold tight, y'all. Give me these real quick. Bees on the table. Bees on the table. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, let me put me on the first screen. All right, y'all. Let's see what's happening in. All right, so check this out. So I have my fermented juice water right here, right? And what I'm going to do is, you see how it's starting to now. I have something in here moving the water around. You know what I mean? So it's not just static. So I'm going to take a mason jar full of the juice like this. So this is the fermented rice water right here, guys. And it's really good, dude. I'm glad I did that. Shout out to JD for giving me that little tip and trick to try out. The plants love it. So I'm gonna take a mason jar just like that. It's gonna be full of that stuff too. And so now all I do is take where's that? I take a half a cup. This is a half a cup scoop. Take a half a cup of that, half a cup of that, put it in here and mix it up with the 2.5 gallons of water. But also what I do is I'm using not RO water, I'm using tap water. And only because that mix of this right here brings my pH down. Now, tap water, the pH is up. So I came up with the perfect storm by using the tap water. It brings the pH down because I ran out of pH up. But it worked. But it worked, man. So the plants loved it, and I found the right happy medium to feed these gals. So here we go in the community to right here. You guys know I did just up pot all my sugar black rose times rainbow chips, Slumper OG, and Albus. Now, just after a few days, you can start to see, just from an overview, you can start to see this color start to change. You start to see this beautiful color start to come in now because before it was looking like this, and you can see it start to change. You can start to see everything coming back. You know what I mean? We had leaves that look like this. Let me show y'all. Look at this, leaves like this. And that's because they were in the 1 gallons for about 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks. You know what I mean? And I I tried not to do it, but I had to do it because of what I had going on. But they all have bounced back. Like, look how beautiful this one is and how it's doing. Now I will go in and do some cleaning up. I have not did any defoliating with none of these right here. So I will be doing that though. But we got pink clouds right here. Pink clouds right here. Let me turn sideways. So pink clouds. When I first did the first mix of the fruit juice, I did half of it versus just two cup, and it kind of fried this. Not fried her, but it was hard on her. So she's recovering back from that, but she's still doing good. And then we got calf sour. So this is pheno number 3. This is the one that's probably going to go
What did you do to recover her, bro?
to recover her. What did I do to recover her to get her to start bouncing back? So on top of the mix that I made, I originally did when I hit her too hot. It was just the juice mix, and so doing the fermented rice water and then cutting the juice mix down to a fraction. That's what allowed her to really start bouncing back. You know what I mean? Because it was too much. It was too acidic for her. or not the acidic. Yeah, too acidic, I guess, because
Not
um,
acidic, bro. That shit was hot.
yeah, well, it was hot as fuck because the
Yeah, it was
pH
hot.
dropped.
It was
The
hot.
pH dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. You know what I'm saying? And this one's the one that I guess took it the worst. I'll say, but I don't really think it took it bad. You know what I'm saying? But I'll show y'all like the rest of them how they took it. They took it like champs
I'm gonna
because
do a video tomorrow about my vegetable garden, and I'm gonna show you how the one side doing good with less sun, the side
uh huh,
that gets pounded for a couple hours,
uh
they don't like it. They
huh,
don't like it. They don't like it.
yeah. And this is the calf sour pheno number 2 right here. This one is just about done. I'm gonna let her go to the full 10 weeks, maybe a couple days into week 10, but doing really good. A lot of those white hairs are now curl thin. She's got this light purple tinge to her. You know what I'm saying? Like this burgundy uh, purple tinge to her, but looking good. So we'll see how she's going to be doing the next couple of days. Panama Red, doing good. Of course, you can see how big these buds are. You know what I mean? I did do a little bit of defoliation with these leaves like this. All of these big fan leaves that are not really doing anything. So I've been taking those out and getting to the bud, just trying to see. This is my first time dealing with a Panama Red like this, and she is thick, but she's leafy. You know what I'm saying? Like a thick girl. But all of that is bud, just one solid bud in there, and she's got 4 or 5 colas like that. We got let's see, this is the pink clouds right here, number 1 right here, and it actually is doing pretty good actually. And you can see how into this is I believe this is week 7 going into 8. You know what I
Sauce it
mean? I
up.
gotta look at my I gotta look at my videos I did. It's either week 6 going into 7 or week 7 going into 8. One of those two, but I'll look. But based on based on how they look, it looks like it's week 7 going into week 8. But I haven't really looked to check. But the buds are getting big. This is the low key push right here. Because what threw me off, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going on like week 5. You know what I mean? I'm like, why am I seeing senescence? Like, what the hell's going on? And like these buds are a little
Yeah,
big.
that's
You
an
know what I'm
early
saying?
finisher,
So
bro. But
no,
you
no,
need to.
she's gonna finish like right at week 8. You know what I'm saying? So
It's time to start writing shit down.
yeah, no, no. Well, I do got shit written down to be honest. I
Yeah,
just
it's time to
it's
get you a
written down.
notebook
It's right there. When did I put her? Pink clouds. See Loki's Kush.
already.
Four
Already.
13. 413 is when I flipped them. Flipped
Already.
those two. So
My
I
boy
have it down. Like I
slipping.
said, I just don't be. You know.
Which
Sometimes I
one
be
is
lax.
slipping? Penalty is slipping.
You know. But yeah. But looking good though, man. Because to be honest, these two plants right here, I was kind of like, I didn't like the way they were vegging because it was really thin and it was a funky growing plant. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's just, it's mediocre. But as they when I flipped in the flower and as they got into week 5, and that's when I really started to see them really develop. Going into week 5, I'm like, oh wait, hold on, this thing is actually thickening up. The frost on there is actually everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just in the past few days, this bud has really densened up on these two right here. So I'm kind of surprised. So I'm waiting to see what this is going to turn out to be like and what the flower is going to turn out to, because the way that it looks, I'm actually liking it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of purple weed out here. Let's just face it. There's a lot of shit that's purple. When you get some nice light green or some different color weed that's not like super purple or whatever, you know what I mean? It's different. You want to try it. You want to try to mimic that. All right, let's get over here into this girl right here. So this is a THC garage tent, I call it. And hold on 1 second.
So you saying don't drop the tent?
I don't drop the temp at all.
Yeah, I dropped. I ain't gonna lie, I dropped the fuck out of it.
Nah, I don't drop the trips at all. I got cultivars that just turn purple like that, but you know what I mean. I did do like I have done the light deprivation. You know what I'm saying, and the temperature drops a little bit in there. You know, when I'm using the darkness for 72 hours, it gets pretty cold in my closet. So, but like I said, I haven't did that with none of my last harvests. I'm trying something different. Shout out to THC Garage. Told me to finish them in the light. I would like them a lot better. So, but here we go. We got OG 4 times Mexican IBL right here. And these girls are, I mean, like really
No,
showing me who they
you
really
can't
are.
just stop. Hold on, wait, brother. You just can't do that and move on.
What you talking about?
Come on, finish them in the light. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so typically what I do when I harvest is when I'm ready to harvest, I take them out of the tent, I put them into my closet for 72 hours of pure darkness, 48 to 72 hours, and then I take them out of the closet, bring them back in the tent, and then keep them 48 to 72 hours in light, and then I harvest. It's a stress technique to try to induce more terpenes, try to lock in the terpene flavor,
so,
try to
so
get it
you
to.
don't get no herb?
Oh hell no! If you would have already had herbs if you was gonna have herbs by this time. At this point in time, when I'm doing that, I would have I would have been harvesting
Yeah.
yeah. That's
All
not
right,
gonna
so you
bring no
locked in.
herbs. Yeah.
You locked in. You really growing the
Yeah, yeah,
oil.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, but what he was trying to tell me, he was like, "Hey, I know you got your method, but I know these plants. Try to finish them in the light. You will like them a lot better." And so that's what I've been doing with his genetics, and I just did it on uh, my whole last 2 runs, which I just started harvesting uh, my run. But yeah, so this is THC Garage stuff. This is OG 4 times Mexican IBL right here, which I'm really, really surprised how these girls are stacked up and how they're growing. You know what I mean? Was this week 6? They were growing to week 7. So girls is looking really, really good. This
Nice
is
top
a
on them.
yeah, and this is these tops are not even the bigger tops. This is the big tops over here in this what is this over here? OG
Big
4 times
hopes for the
Toxic
ones
Red.
I got going.
So yeah, this is the OG or the yeah OG 4 times Toxic Red. I mean, these got some polars on it. I mean, stacked up. You know, of course, I super crop, and then look at these nuggets. And this is all
Nice.
still the same plant. And I think this is going to be one of the thickest plants in here. So this is a
Good
4x8.
bro.
So this is the 4x8. So there's 4 plants on the left, 4 plants on the right. But on the right side, I have 2 big plants. I'll show you guys that in a second here. So here is a OG 4 times Mexican IBL right here, which is this one here. And if you guys checked out a couple of my videos, maybe the previous videos, you noticed that this one here and this one here was a little bit lighter than the rest of them. And that's because they're a little bit hungry. I'm starting to find out that, yeah, you can try your best to feed every plant the same, but some plants just need more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finding that out. You know what I mean? So on my next run, I will start to, if the plant needs more, I will feed it a little bit more than I feed the rest of them. Because after I fed these and gave it the mix, they started getting a little more darker green, and you can actually see the darker green in these two from the last time I really shot the video of these. They're doing really good. They're really strong. Everything's looking good. I'm pushing it to the max. You got a little bit of burnt tips here from the first time I did the juice mix, because like I said, I juice mix really hot the first time, but they took it like some champs. You know what I'm saying? They take it like some champ. So let's go to the other side over here. And these plants over here, these girls were a lot taller. You know what I mean? They probably would have been like 6 foot plants if I didn't put the trellis net in. Because you can see how tall they are already. Now I got a trellis net in. You can see that. You know, I'm 5'7 3/4. And let me see here. You know, in
What up?
the trellis net, you got this right here that's up to here. So you can imagine, and that's even taller back there, and those are even taller back there. So you can imagine if I did not put the trellis net in there, how tall these would be. Because look how tall, look how stretchy they are. You know what I mean? Look how much I cleaned them up from underneath. You know, so I will go through it and things like that I would take off. But yeah, so in this corner here we got Mexican IBL times OG4 and then a toxic red. So these two are some of the widest plants, biggest plants in here because this plant stretches, okay, from here all the way to back over here. This plant, so all the way over here. And then that one kind of does the same. It stretches from back there all the way to this one right here. So big ass plant. This is another toxic red right here that's looking really good. It's a different pheno, but you can kind of tell that it's both a toxic red. You can tell by the shape of this bud, but this one has a little bit more of the sativa-ish to it. So this might be have more of the Panama red pheno to it. And you can see right here, because the toxic red is a cross of Panama red and Ruts. And so just y'all get a look at this right here. So this is the toxic red right here. Look at these leaves. Look how long and skinny these leaves are. How long and skinny. All right, so I'm gonna go to this other toxic red. Look at this one. Look at the leaves on this one now. Not so they're a lot fatter, a lot chunkier, not so skinny, but still big leaves. You know, but you can tell that this has more of the rut side to it. Based on, you know, these leaves. Look how big and fat these leaves are versus, let me go back again. Look how skinny these leaves are. You know, skinny leaves. Long. Still got some pretty big leaves, but longer leaves. You know, a little more serrated. So it's cool to be able to find some of these different phenos and see how these plants express themselves, that you can have two beans come from the same plant but express itself completely different. So yeah, that's what's going on in the garden, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get ready to start all the seeds that I cross, all the plants that I cross. I'm gonna get ready to do like a peanut hunt for each of those flavors, come up with some names, you know, see if they like, get some out. So y'all stay tapped in, stay tuned in. And I'm gonna definitely get those out to people. Yeah, that's what's going on in the garden, y'all. Let me jump back on the computer.
Beautiful, man.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. All right. Ooh, shit, mouth got cotton off from talking. So make sure y'all don't forget, put pound HBJD in the chat if you want to win a chance to win in the giveaway. All right. If you want a chance to win, put pound HBJD in the chat.
Yeah.
I just knocked all the my flour that I had grinding up on my plant or on my tray. That's what you heard. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, man, it's gonna be super dope, bro. Being able to know what these plants look like, and I actually cross male and female got regulars. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fun to do it like a pheno hunt and find something that I like off of something that I've crossed. And to pass it along throughout the community to some of the peeps that I fucks with. Man, show me what y'all find.
Oh yeah. From five crosses, man. I know you're gonna find something good.
Oh, absolutely. I know we're gonna find some fire. Being taking your time and taking your time with your plants, guys, is the best thing y'all can do. Man, just take your time, let them grow, let them mature, let them ripen up. Don't rush it. I understand if you ain't got no green to smoke. I understand that kind of determines what you're gonna do, whether you're gonna let it go longer or whether you're gonna take it down. You know what I'm saying? So if you can push it out as long as you can, there's gonna be some cultivars, some strands that, like I have 3 Cab Sour. One of them has already been harvested. I'm smoking on. It's really, really good. You know what I'm saying? And the other two are still growing. You know what I mean? So take your time, push it to the limits, and yeah, make that plant express itself the best way it can. I might take some of this. My little dad rig. Let me pull up the let's see. Yeah, let me pull up the comment picker. Real quick, y'all. Let me get ready to.
Stoney, what up?
What it do? What
Type
it do?
HBJD in the chat. Stoney hashtag HBJD.
Told
Get
you to
in
wake
it,
up. He said,
Stoney.
"Wake up, wake up." All right, let me go ahead and put some instrumentals back playing.
Don't miss out, Stoney. Yeah, man, you already know.
Yes, indeed. It's happy birthday, JD. Um, pound HBJD in the chat. We're gonna do a giveaway tonight. We're celebrating my man's and his life and being a solid cat. You know what I'm saying? Just being him. So
Gotta put the hashtag,
yeah,
Stoney.
hashtag HBJD. Yeah. Now I know my man's been doing his thing all day. You know what I'm saying? He been debating with the worst and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I know he tired. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make sure we get in there and do a giveaway. We're gonna continue to celebrate good people, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue to spread love, guys, no matter who says what or tries what, you know what I'm saying? I know we're gonna keep pushing though, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I had to get comfortable, man.
So I'm not doing it just yet. Put it in the chat. I'm gonna do it before we end. We're not gonna go super long tonight, guys. But we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna keep doing what we do. And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna roll something else up, smoke something else with y'all. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, we're gonna keep doing us and what we do, y'all. Number love, man. I appreciate everybody out there.
Definitely, man.
We got Uncle. I got him.
You got him?
What up?
What up,
What up, Uncle? Uncle.
Hey, what's
ULODG 408.
I, I appreciate it, brother. What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all feeling this evening?
Oh man, love it.
Everything going on.
Yes, indeed. I just wanted to come up and make sure I let JD know happy coming to this Earth Day, brother.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Yes, indeed. You know, every day you wake up and you open your eyes is a blessing anyway. But when you get to add another stripe to it, that brings wisdom, that brings understanding, and it only strengthens your manhood, bro. So you to be celebrated on this day. You feel me?
I agree, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How you feeling, day one?
Oh man, I'm lovely, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm lovely. You know,
Good,
appreciate you
good.
always coming up and spreading that good wisdom, man. We need more people out there like you, spreading that wisdom, being able to bring common analogies and understanding to people who may be a little bit off the tip. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the game you always kick, boss.
Well, I appreciate you for saying that, brother. But you know, I only can give it to those who want to receive it. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that's all we can do, man. You know, we gonna let people be who they be, and then we're gonna observe and move accordingly going forward.
There we
That's how
go.
you do that.
There we go.
You know,
Move accordingly.
Very, very
Pip,
wise.
Pip, how you doing, bro? Oh, he's away from the screen. I was gonna ask him, did he catch any fish at the end of the night? I know he left to get something to eat and came back.
I don't know what
Yeah, I
Piff
know,
is at,
huh?
though.
Yeah, he jumped off before we like right when we was ending last night, so didn't get a chance to ask him or
Okay.
talk anything.
Okay. Well, let me mute my mic because I'm up here out here mixing up me a little homemade soil so I can go check this bean I dropped Wednesday night, see if it cracked,
Okay,
and do
okay.
what I do. But I'll be here. I'll just mute up and you listen.
Yeah, you
Yes, sir.
sound.
Appreciate you tapping in with us always.
100.
Yeah. I see Sauce 420 with the extra fucking drip. Step up in the spot. We chillin' in the trip. Niggas steady talking, but they ain't talking about shit. It's your boy Day One. I'm in off in this bitch. I'm about to roll up some green
Start
because
the
I'm feeling
photo
so
club.
mean. Why these people talking crazy? I
Come
got
on
it.
up,
I
son. Let's
mean,
talk about
I'm
the
a
boat.
case strapped up everywhere that I go. And I ain't disrespecting nobody on their own damn show. Do me every day. People talking shit, but you really know y'all people really ain't about shit. I'ma keep mumbling on this fucking track, bitch. Yeah, it's like that. 607, it's whatever. 6-7, niggas better be about the cheddar instead of asking questions like they police. Yeah, I'm gonna start back writing tracks. Sauce,
What it do? What it do?
Sauce the
sauce.
boss.
What's going on, players? Happy birthday, Eli.
Appreciate you, brother.
Mhm.
Sir, make sure y'all put that pound HBJD in the chat if y'all want to win. I am going to be giving away some THC Garage seeds from Genoble. What is it? I
Is
think
that
that's the
Slimer?
Slimer. That's the Slimer cut.
Ooh.
The two cuts that reactor number 4. That's what it is. Reactor number 4. So yeah, that has the Slimer cut in it from Subcool. You know what I mean? Something that THC worked on um, for a while. Has a couple different phenols. So also with that giveaway, you'll get some slaps. You'll get some slaps. You'll also get a cannabis pin to go with that from Rebellious Pins. Really nice. You know what I'm saying? This pin will come with a story to tell you about the cannabis plant and some of the history about it. You know what I mean? From you know, I guess a perspective. So shout out to Rebellious Pins for donating those. Those will be going out with giveaways and everything. Like I said, everybody who I owe stuff too. We'll get a pin to go with their package and some slaps to go with that. And then as we continue to do things, we'll have T-shirts coming. Um, you know, and being able to do T-shirts with a gift. You know what I'm saying? That gift could be, you know, beans. It could be donation of something else. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're gonna start doing things and start, you know, trying to build this brand the right way, but build it through the community and you know, have the community be hands-on first to see things and to try things. It's gonna be fun. So, you know, we're gonna keep it pushing, we're gonna keep doing what we do.
Definitely, man.
Pound HBJ. Yeah, let me put him up there.
They bouncing back, man.
There you go.
Yeah, man, they getting tall as fuck, man. But
yeah, they growing, bro.
Yeah, they coming along. They got a gang of clones, man. I got 24 on top of these. So these are the ones I'm really worried about. Just want to make sure I get them nice and healthy, at least get them about a foot tall. Make sure they're good and healthy before I decide to do what I'm going to do with them. And shit just coming along. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, they look good, looking healthy.
This is the blueberry. The blueberry.
Oh, that's one of the ones, huh? Right there.
Yeah,
huh?
that's the blueberry cross.
Yeah.
I believe it's
okay.
It looks like, yeah, it's looking like a male from, I don't know if you guys.
But you need male, right? You need a male.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna utilize this motherfucker right here,
yes,
man.
Sir.
It's got a nice structure on it too, man.
There we go.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and utilize that. And I got another one over there.
You ain't flipped it yet?
Huh?
You ain't flipped it yet?
Nah, hell no. I'm waiting for these clones, man. I'm really trying to get these other clones rooted because those are a part of the process of what I'm going to be doing. I got the Godfather OG, Blue OG.
How long are you going to veg those clones before you flip them?
Man, dude, I'm thinking I need these are maybe another week. Those I'm going to need at least 2 weeks.
Okay,
I'm gonna need I'm gonna at least need 2 weeks. But the donor plant that I'll be reversing, the Godfather OG will go into flower at least 10 days advance before I flip the other plants that I'll be trying to pollinate.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, it's gonna be what it is. But the weather's starting to heat up outside, man. So if I need it, man, I'll be able to take, some of these plants and put them outside. I got the purple headies in here somewhere, man. Those are both regular seeds. So I don't know if those are male or female. I got a purple headies over there and then a shorter pheno back in the corner over here. Not sure if they're female or male. I'm really not gonna pull any of this shit. So if I get a male and a female out of the purple Hades, I might just mess around, do a seed increase. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, I'm running about 5-6 different projects at once, man. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, man, and keeping hope alive, man.
I mean, I see you doing similar things to how I keep things moving. Yeah, nigga, this mother voice.
Yeah, that Godfather getting up there. But I'll show you the other things I was trying to show you out real quick. These things.
Make sure you go sub up to Sauce 420 with the extra drip.
Yeah, extra drip, bro. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, these clones have been in here for probably about 5-6 days. At this point, it's taken me at least 10 to 14 days. But this time I'm trying to keep the clones healthier. Although I got them to root last time, I didn't throw any nutrition in the DWC, so the plants end up depleting all the nutrients out of the leaves and everything. So that's why you see those in there yellowed up and shit. But everything rooted, I didn't lose anything. But I'm just trying.
So Sauce, when you're letting your plants go this long in the cloner,
Yeah.
Is giving them some type of nutrient something you want to do until
That
you,
is,
you know?
that's yes, that's usually what I do, man. Is
Okay,
but
okay,
that time, I didn't do it. I felt like I was on some gangster shit, but I ain't still rock, man. So the
that was on
plants
some
are
gangster shit.
they just pretty much ate themselves up and depleted their own nutrition. But in the
Right,
process, I
right,
got them to root. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what. Even if these go through the same process, as long as I get them to root, I'm satisfied. Like they'll
right,
bounce back.
right,
But
right.
yeah, yeah, that's about it.
There you go. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. It's another day,
So,
man. Yeah, they coming along. Them sugar
yeah,
black
yeah.
roses, man. Them things probably gonna get purple as fuck, man.
Man, they're gonna be some big girls because they're already bigger than most of my stuff that I have in there now. That's in flower. You know what I mean? Besides, a couple of them. But if I would have kept everything in there when I transfer those over, those are gonna be pretty big. They're gonna be pretty big plants.
Mhm.
They're gonna be pretty big. So we're gonna see what they do. You know, maybe they fold. I think we'll
Yeah,
finish
man. So
finish week one on Monday.
I mean, worst case scenario, bro, if I had to go another 2.5 weeks, man, and them motherfucking plants, I mean, they're gonna be good. It's just that when I finally do decide to flip them into flower, they might outstretch the tent and shit. You know what I mean? I still got some engineering technique. All I could do, I mean, I could put some legs up on the bottom of my tent and lift the tent up so that you know what I mean. Maybe get another close to 2 feet. So my whole thing is I want to keep them indoors. I don't want to subject them to that outdoor shit because it's just been so shifty, man. And I don't, I want that premium quality. So
Right, right. I
we'll
mean,
see, man.
that's the whole end game is to have that good quality cannabis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I may throw some shit outside, man. We'll see. I got enough of that shit. But I'm definitely gonna have to do it with my males and my females. Like if I got the female clones and I got this Alien OG and that blueberry crossed with raspberry, I'm gonna definitely have to take those outside, and then I'll just take the females and put them outside and individually pollinate them and shit. Put them on, 2 different areas and shit, and just individually pollinate them and run that
Sauce
shit
the
through
ball.
there.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, lad? Good evening, man.
And good evening to you. I just had to uncheck the mic and tell you, come on outside, dog. Stop playing. Come outside.
Look at it. He said, "Stop
Say,
playing."
come on outside, man. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it,
come
man.
on,
I'm
man.
gonna do it. I got a
Come
little bit,
on.
man. I got a little lazy with this endo, man. The endo had me
No, I hear
had
you.
me looking so good, man. I ain't seeing no mold or bug and shit, man. I was like,
Right. Come on, man. Come on out here and play. Come on out and play outside, man. You know, it's a
Yeah.
little extra work, but it'll be all right, dog. You'll get it done.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
don't
Hey,
gotta
look.
forget that pound
Hey,
HBJD in the chat to win in the giveaway, y'all. You know what I mean?
hey,
We're
Sauce.
celebrating John's born day, so make sure y'all put pound HBJD in the chat.
Hey, before I mute back up and go back to doing what I was doing, hey, Sauce, why don't you put the battery on the tender for the boat, bro?
Oh, for the boat, man. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to do it, bro. Yeah, I'm about to do it,
Yeah,
man. I
just get
might
a
go to
battery
the
tender,
mall.
dog, and just hook it to a tender.
Oh, you say a battery tester, or is that what you?
No, a battery tender. It's like it just keeps it charged. So like you run the extension cord out there, you hook it to the battery, and as the battery start to die or as it start to lower down, the tender kicks on.
Oh, yeah, the trick,
And then
the
to
the
charge it
trickle.
back
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a trickle charge. Yeah,
Yeah,
trickle
yeah,
charge.
I got a trickle charger. Yeah, I definitely do. But I think my because I charged it up last week and thought I was good, but I didn't start it up then. I came out there today thinking that I had, full power, man. That motherfucker didn't give me no love. So yeah, it's battery time, man.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. The cells might be dead on the inside. You might need to know. All right, I'm gonna mute up, dog. Get back to doing that.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Y'all don't forget, put that pound HBJD in the chat, man, for the giveaway, y'all. Not doing it yet,
Mhm.
but y'all stay tuned because we gonna do it.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Sauce, man? You know, we got a beat playing, man. Go ahead, jump on that, bro. I'm about to go grab
Nah,
my torch real quick, man. I think I'm a,
I should.
I got a
Do I sound,
fucking,
man? I'm trying to figure out if I sound better on speaker or just on fucking default, man. You know how StreamYard be.
nah, this
I'm
ain't a
on.
StreamYard beat. This is I can put on whatever beat. So if it's a beat that you want, I can find it and put it on for you. But I'll be right back. Let me grab my torch.
Oh shit, you got a torch now? Boy, D1 got a torch now, man. He in that bitch.
Be jabbing now, man. You get that pub code, man. He ain't gonna need no torch.
Sometimes, man, you need a torch, bro.
Yeah, I still fuck with the torch, man. I got a nice little glass piece, man. So yeah, it's definitely, man, torch time. I ain't buying no more like paraphernalia or some shit like Pupco. I was almost tempted to get a Pupco, but I don't need that shit. I was out here fucking huffing some white spray paint, man, fucking spray painting a security door and shit. When I look back, man, I had so much goddamn spray paint in my nose, man. I was like, motherfucker should have had on a respirator, bro. Brain cells gone. Yeah, man. I'm just hoping that I mean shit should work out, man. It's just a matter of separating these plants when it's time for everything to go down.
Fly live. What's happening? Damn, I never thought I was playing some instrumentals.
Hopefully, man, I can get out before the month's out on the boat, man. I'd be happy as fuck. Get some striper or something. Still want to get one of these big ass sturgeon, man, but that's a motherfucker. I don't think I could battle his ass on my own, man.
What
Sturgeon, big ass sturgeon, bro, man. I tried to battle him a couple times, bro. They beat me,
Oh, he got you. The motherfuckers are strong, bro.
bro, man. I had to redo everything, man. If it wasn't my line, it was my leader. Man, all kind of shit, bro.
Damn.
But when I finally got dialed in, man, that motherfucker's so strong, bro. That's like 100 pounds, man, 120 pounds damn near, bro, on your fucking one arm, bro. Sitting
Damn.
there yoking. Make a motherfucker want to rip a tenant trying to bring his ass in, man.
Man, I'm gonna have to come out there with you, bro, and go on the boat with you, bro.
You good, bro.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, man, my baby's late,
on some
man.
real shit though. On some real shit. I think I'm gonna be coming out there end of this month, beginning of next month. I haven't figured it out yet, but I am coming out there. Me and the I don't know if me and the kids and the fam and the wife gonna take a trip, or me and the wife just gonna take a little trip. We doing something though.
That's what's up. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. Try to get that boat ready, man. We can get a day out. But shit, man, you'll probably be loving, man. Man, one thing I like about out here, man, is I don't ever have to buy another seat again, bro. I could just get cuts from the club, bro. You know what I mean? Get me some cuts and kick back, man. Man, am I the only one that alcohol keeps me up all goddamn night? I had to leave the cognac alone, man. That shit had me up.
They will.
Man, that shit had me up, man. I didn't go to sleep till then. 4 o'clock today. Goddamn. And only had a few shots too.
I had me a couple shots earlier though. I ain't gonna lie. And that was just some finger hash right there. But sauce, man, I got like 2 pillows worth of fucking shit, bro. I'm trying to wash up, bro. You said how much was that washer that you had?
How much? What did I get? The outcome, or how much did I put into it?
How much did it cost you?
Oh, for the washer was like $50, bro. The bags was like $30. The
Yeah,
buckets are like,
the micron bags gonna cost me for 8 of them. It's gonna cost me $40.
okay. You know, I mean, quality. It just depends. You know, do some like check the reviews on that shit, bro.
Oh,
People
you
that have
know
purchased that shit.
you know that's what I do. You know, I check to
You-
see because sometimes it could be some basic shit that's better than the name brand shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the
So
thing
I'll
is,
be checking it.
if you're washing in a bucket, man, you really want a bag that's durable, bro, because you're gonna be taking spoons and big shit and mixing and shit, and you don't want that motherfucker to rip up on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about that washer. You know what I'm saying? Getting a small washer and letting that agitate the shit and then pour it into the
bro, I put a
micron
big
bag.
ass chunk of ice in there, and it ripped
Yeah,
the
well,
bag. And, yeah. So you want to
yeah,
make sure you're doing loose ice and shit, man. Keep a nice little slush bath. And
right.
this one only washes for 15 minutes, but I usually let each run go for damn near like an hour and a half or something like that. You know what I mean? And I usually run my shit probably 3 or 4 times depending on how much I put in it. So, yeah, I'm fired up.
Yeah. That was some fucking peak, man. I did that shit. I hit that shit like a dab. That shit was good though.
Bro, and the hash that I got out the 45, bro, I've been trying to dry this shit for a week, bro. It's still tappy. It's still tappy, bro.
For a week?
It's tappy as fuck, bro. Like that's just how it's gonna be, bro. It's gonna be straight tappy.
I'll hold tight, y'all.
Yeah, babe. Yeah. Well, I've been getting something done in this motherfucker.
Sipping on sauce.
Man, I got a little bit of 2023 Cabernet Sauvignon from I think this is a Washington winery called Brownie. I tried them before, but this year don't seem like the last years that I had. Walla Walla, Washington. Yeah, I like Washington wine pretty good, man. Washington and Napa is probably my favorite, man. Most people would be like French, Spanish. Man, I fuck with Washington.
Told on him, I ain't get my shit snatched yet. You ain't get your bitch back yet. One car, niggas ain't that tech.
Jay Gig. Hey man, Sauce. I don't know if you was watching earlier, but I've been low key across some strands, you know what I'm saying, cross some shit.
Hmm.
So I went ahead and harvest the seeds. So I did a cab sour. I crossed with the Panama Red. I got
Hmm.
I got about 10 seeds out of that. It's just a very small, just one top. You know what I'm saying? Just one little
Hmm.
top. And, that was it. And then I did the Blue Raspberry Batonian F2. I crossed that with a male crescendo
Hmm.
from THC Garage.
Got a nice little
Crescendo
okay,
times Guerrero Blaster. I got
okay,
about 30,
Roll
40 seeds
stuff.
of that.
nice. Hell yeah.
And then I did Blue Raz times the Panama Red.
Mhm.
And I got about 10 seeds of that. You know what I'm
Those be
saying?
the hardest ones, bro. Because you're gonna end up having to pop all 10 of them motherfuckers,
Oh
bro.
yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I'm doing, and then I got
yeah.
the Blue Raspberry Batonian F2 crossed in with the Cab Sour. And I got all of those
Oh, you got some
off of
nice.
one small clone. Well, it was a clone, like a full clone, but it was a small clone. All of those
Okay,
beans. And then I
nice.
did the Panama Red crossed with the Acapulco. They got all those off of one little clone. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, and then the Acapulco and Crescendo only was able to get 5 or actually 4 seeds out of that one. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? And there's
Well,
one white seed in there. So,
the good thing for you, bro, you know how to pop them motherfuckers, bro. Like I
oh
throw
yeah,
my
you
shit
know
back
I
in
am.
this. Yeah. Like me, I might fuck around and have some hot soil and throw them in there and lose all my shit. Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm actually, I'm gonna start looking into my soil because I am using my soil a lot, but you know, I know it's good because after
Indeed, but I appreciate it.
when I do my mix and then I up pot, the plants love it after that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Sugar Black Rose, the Albus, and Slumper OG over there, the motherfuckers is loving the mix that I got. Plus, I've been doing the fermented rice water, you know what I'm saying? And then I got fermented juice water that I had like watermelon, strawberries, grapes, some veggies. What else did I have? I had onions, just a bunch of different scraps that I soaked. You know what I'm saying? And then fermented it. I have a big bucket of it, but I'm only gonna take a mason jar full because that shit is so strong. You know what I'm saying? I only can do a half a cup of it in 2.5 gallons. You know what I'm saying? Only a half a cup.
Yeah.
But they love it though. They love it. You
The
know what I
thing
mean?
about
So
that is, you have to dial in, and when you get dialed in with that shit, kudos to you, man. But it's always, a process, bro. When you're starting off fresh nutrients, learning how to moderate what you're doing and shit. If you get it dialed in and it's working for you, then that's
no,
salute.
it is, bro. It
You
really
know?
is working. And the plants love it. Even my house plant that I have in there, I gave it some of that shit yesterday. The little house plant, and it already unfolded the leaf that was all curled up. You know what I mean? So I got the house plants too and shit. I just don't let it show.
I gave mine, so I just started giving it nutrients. I gave it the back guano, fish emulsion. In the last run, I give it the little mycorrhiza, got some little BWC mycorrhiza, but I gave it the auto flower, Bonnie and Clyde, grow just a little bit though. Man, them motherfuckers took off. It's the
Okay,
Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah. So I
hold on.
sprayed just a
Let me
little bit
put
of
you on the
that shit.
big screen real quick.
Yeah. So the Bonnie and Clyde, that's for auto flowers, bro.
Okay.
But I
Oh,
use
okay.
that shit,
Okay.
mess
Yeah,
around,
pump,
pop
yep.
that, and then I use a little bit of the all-in-one with a. This has a micro riser in it, and it's
Okay.
just like an all-in-one, bro. So I took
Yeah.
maybe about fifth, each, and dropped it in a 5 gallon bucket, man, and the motherfucker took off, dude.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's just moderating, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
It's like
No, it
I
is.
don't. Yeah, I'm not able to like give them plants that shit persistently. Although I do deluge, I really just focus on the growth because I do a lot of defoliating. So a lot of the nutrients are gonna be, all in them leaves and shit. So I can only really feed them after I really heavily defoliate the plant. Like I
Right.
strip the
Right.
shit out of
Right.
them. So
Right. I mean, I was trying to come up with something that I can add to it besides just molasses, brown sugar, honey, um, and my stash blend because my stash blend is what I use really for my watering agent that has bacillus bacteria. It has all the good shit in it. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't used my stash blend in a couple weeks because, or yeah, in about a week because I um, got the fermented water and the fermented rice water, and so I wanted to get that down pat. Now I know how much I need. Now I can add my stash blend in there, and that's going to give it all the extra shit in there too as well. You know what I'm saying? All this, I guess, organic uh, silica, bacillus bacteria, seaweed. Um,
Mycelium.
yes, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But
mhm.
the whole game plan is to continue to feed the soil. So when I reuse the soil, I don't have to mix it up as hot because I have, the fermented rice water and that stuff that I'm using on a constant basis now, because now I figured out how to cut it to use it every watering. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
important.
So that
Yeah,
way
that's
I'm
important.
giving it a little every day, but I'm not giving it too much. You know what I'm saying? It's still feeding, it's still doing what it's supposed to do and
I agree.
keeping it active, and it's not living soil, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. And now as I got my compost, I took my worm bin. So my worm bin, I pretty much got rid of my worm bin. I took it and put it into my compost. So everything, all those worms is outside. Last time I looked in there, they were still in there doing their thing. So once that's done, I go in and I mix that up and I scrape from the bottom. Then I'll have all that natural worm castings along with the compost mixed in one, and I'll use that as a little bit of a addition to when I'm up potting or when I'm getting ready to start some newbies. You know what I mean? I'll add a little bit of that into the mixture so they have a little bit of natural stuff to feed off of until I'm ready to up pot them, figure out whether they're male or female, and move on. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a process and learning and trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? You do what you do that best fits your situation and what you're trying to
Yeah,
accomplish. And
yeah,
manifestation is crazy, bro, because I always said I want to grow my own shit, my own strands. You know what I'm saying? And here I am, and I got seeds that I crossed that I really consider my own.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so
Now, yeah, I can
cool.
go a little deeper with it and shape them up and do and find exactly what I like out of each of those. You know what I mean? I could even STS and flip make S1s. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So, um, the way that things are coming and the way that it's evolving,
So
just believe and not just believe, but know the shit will happen and will work out, and
Yeah,
you'll do the things. You can't just think about it. You got to put some work towards it. You got to work towards
yeah,
it. You got to make some
yeah. I
action. You
mean,
got to make some
it's
moves. You got to do something. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to worry about how to get it all at once, man. Just
it's
do
trial and
what you
error, bro.
love. Love
It's
what you
trial and
do.
error. The good thing about us, man, is we got a plethora of fucking growers out there that if
Yeah,
we
it
got
is.
questions and shit, bro, we good. That's different before. You had to kind of do that shit on your own and learn on your own,
Right.
and then you had to go through those motions. But it's a hell
I
of a
mean,
lot
back,
easier.
back then when we first got started, because you got to remember, I started back in 2012. You know what I mean, where I first started doing my thing. But back then, when you go to the grow shops, that's who you were relying on at that point. You go to the grow spot, and they would give you all the information because it was new. You know what I'm saying? It was just starting to pop off during that time. You know what I mean? So there was a bunch of stores and places you can go that had everything that you need, and they were popping up, whoop, 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 left and right. But then, just as fast as they came, just as fast as they left. You know what I'm saying? And I can probably find one or two spots when there was like 50. You know what I'm saying? At one point, it's like the seed banks actually became the place that has all the nutrients. You know what I'm saying? They ended up acquiring a lot of stuff from a feed store. Um, yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
I lucked out. I lucked out specifically because I was a gardener early in
Uh
my life, man. It was a hobby first, and then I did landscaping, maintenance, and design. So
okay.
I was all around the shrubs and greenery and plants and shit. So I
Gotcha.
got yeah. So I didn't get the game from the growers, man, because the growers didn't. Nobody was talking. Like growers
No, no,
didn't
no,
talk.
no, no, no. You had to have the Bible, the Grow Bible. I had that. You know what I'm saying? And you listen to a few old heads. I listened to my dad, my uncle, and them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, uh, it was crazy because when I didn't even know about how when I first because back basically maybe even like 2004, 2005. You take
Mhm.
Reggie seeds and you throw them out back, or you throw them in something, you let them grow in a tray or something. But I didn't know what to do after they got so big or whatnot. So didn't know the game at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure there's hundreds of us, thousands of us out there that smoking bud back in the day and just threw the seeds in your backyard or something. And you had some plants growing. You're like, oh shit, I might be able to grow my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
realize you don't know a shit about the plant and
bro,
how
I
it
was
grows and
young.
none of that shit.
bro, I was hella young and desperate to grow this shit, man.
What's the
And,
best way? Hey, Mass Grove said,
man,
"What's the best way to breed a plant?"
to breed a plant, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
put
man.
up.
People have different variations. Some people say reversals could cause more mutations and shit.
Well,
I prefer seed.
when you're inducing something like that by adding a hormone to stop a hormone to produce other hormones, you can induce other things because it's an unnatural process. So
But
that's why you can get herms out of that because you're making it herm, therefore giving it that trait. Now, if it's herm resistant, and it's something that when you spray it and you know it's a strong plant, it's less likely to harm, with the seeds.
if I had to tell anybody, I'd say I'd go with a male and a female uh, through the process. And once I got locked in on my process, and I got that definition in a plant that I wanted, then I would
Uh-huh.
reverse it. I use the SPS processes of it, the
Okay.
colloidal side silver. But
Uh,
you
okay.
want to dial in on that shit because when
Yeah.
you're starting
Well.
off with your F1s, you're gonna have a spectrum of different plants from the same
Uh-huh.
mother, you know,
Right.
and
Right.
you kind of want to get selective about it. You want to try it out,
Right.
and the more you
So when you
focus
mean
on
get
it,
selective about it, you want to be able to choose and uh, replicate what you like, structure, all of those things, how it looks in veg, the vigorousness, the strength, is it stress free? If it goes through stress, does it, what I'm saying, herm up, all of those things. You know what I'm saying? All of those things.
a lot of
But
growers, bro.
mass grow real quick, my bad sauce. Mass grow to kind of answer your questions. What I did was I cut some clones and I rooted them while they were flowering, and then I tuck them and sprinkled them, or tuck it by a male and shuck it through the male, and I went back and I put it uh, in another tent, and I let that motherfucker just grow like that, and I got seeds. To be honest, that's how I did
Yeah,
it.
that's always beautiful, bro. I mean, yeah, that's always a beautiful thing, man. Just to get that process down is a beautiful thing. Shit, man, you might fuck around and have some fire, and, you know. But I mean, sometimes shit works, sometimes it doesn't, But yeah,
Bars, man.
man, don't be afraid to go back and go find something else if that shit didn't work out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's one that didn't take. You know what I'm saying? So
It was like me with the blueberry raspberry. I completely forgot that I took the blueberry and crossed it with the raspberry kush. Um, and I just went back to the bag and shit damn near a year later, or almost it would seem, but and fucked
pound
around and had some.
HBJD in the chat if you want a chance at the giveaway. Pound HB or hashtag HBJD in the chat. My bad,
So
sauce. Go ahead.
dude, I had like 20, maybe 25 seeds. Maybe 10 of them were viable, bro. I put hot soil. I put the seeds in hot ass soil, so most of them rotted off. Now we only got three of them. Well, two of them that look nicely structured are males, and then I got one that's a little mutant that started off with two branches growing off of it. So that's not useful for me. But
Right.
I do
Now,
have one male. I was gonna say I do have one
keep,
male in
keep,
there that yeah,
now keep going. Keep going.
I was gonna say yeah. I got one male in there that
Yeah.
man, it just worked out perfect. You guys, man, I'm looking at the structure of the plant. I wanted to have those genetics, and now I can take those genetics that I crossed last year and work them into something else.
Right.
I was thinking
Right.
specifically with those, I was going to take the blueberry, raspberry kush, and cross it with the blackberry moon rocks.
Okay.
Just to fuck around and see,
Right.
what will I get out of it,
Right. Just to see. Mass
Yeah.
Girl, real quick to how do you know when to pollen? What I did was, or what I was taught, and Sauce may be able to clarify this, but what I was taught is when those pistils are coming out of the female, that's when you want to pollinate because those pistils will attract the pollen, and then they would curl in and start creating a seed in that calyx right there. Because where that pistil is coming out at, once it gets a pollen, it curls in and it pulls it in, and it starts to basically do a cocoon in that calyx and create a bean. You know what I'm saying? So you want to the first couple of weeks, you want to at least let your plant flower for 2 weeks where those pistils start to come out. And then once you see those pistils, to my knowledge, that's when you can pollinate. You want to probably go week 3 or 4. Sauce, can you
I'm with you. I
like,
mean, bro,
what I'm saying? Like, if I'm wrong, I'm not sure.
I
I'm
go
not a
about 2
grower.
weeks.
I'm not a. I'm not a. What do you want to call it? I'm just a grower.
Yeah.
I'm not a breeder. You know what I'm saying?
Outdoors, I go about 2 weeks. But I mean, yeah, you want to make sure that the plant is firmly into flower. I mean, you can go up into a certain point where the plant will reject the pollen, but there's a big narrow ass envelope for you, maybe about a solid month of flower you could go through before your plant is not going to potentially accept or make viable seeds off the pollen. But yeah, you at least got 2 or 3 weeks in the flower, maybe 4, and sometimes maybe a little bit more, but before
Yeah, because when I took the clone, so even if the clone wasn't rooted yet, I took the clone out there and I just took the male and I just stuck it on there and just kind of just waved it all over it, rubbed it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And then tuck it back in and put it into my room in another tent and let it do its thing. You know what I'm saying? And
but you were
it
already
worked.
you were already in the flower.
Yeah, already in the flower. Yeah, I was already in the flower. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
that's
cut
why
the
it worked
clones
out.
while they were like 3 weeks in the flower. And there was even a couple of them that I cut about even maybe in the 4th week of flower because no, it was going into the 4th week because around day 20, day 24, day 25, I went and kind of trimmed it up some more, and that's when I took some bottom stuff and cloned it. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Dude, I'm
pretty deep
happy
in
that you
flower. It was
got some,
already like doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just an
bro. It's
experiment.
awesome.
This shit like worked out. You know what I mean? Shit worked out, especially like the calf sour. I know I only got like 5-6 beans out of that, but it was
Yeah.
just like literally like a cap. Like it was just the top. It was just a cap. That's how big it was. About that big, and it was a bottom piece of the plant, and I was discarding it. So let me just try this out, and that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked.
Dude, and then you got to run them. I mean, I wouldn't the ones with the minimal amounts of seeds that you have, like man, those are some things that you're gonna have to run all at once type shit,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
gonna have
I
to do
am.
a hunt. Yeah, you're
So
either
what
gonna
I'm doing,
discard them or you're gonna have to do a hunt with them.
I absolutely, I know that. I absolutely know that. And some of these ones where I got a bunch of them, I got some ideas that I'm gonna be doing. I'll let y'all know soon. You know what I mean? But I do have the Jack Mob times Panama Red
Yeah.
that I have drying, and that's a clone that I cross.
But I was
So
gonna
that's
say,
the other one that I'm waiting on. So once that's done, then that's when I'm going to go ahead and start these. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
take
what I was
all of
gonna
these.
say. Yeah, yeah, and then because you could get caught up in that shit just like me, man. And I have to send this shit out, and I've done it so vigorously that I haven't even tested some of this shit. So
Right.
you don't want to get caught up in that shit, and you actually want
Well,
to like. I prefer to actually
right.
test the
No,
shit
that's
myself.
true. No, that's true, and that's the whole thing. That's why I'm not starting anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my two 4x8s, and I got my two and a half 2.5 by 5s, and I'm waiting to finish the THC garage tent, and I'm waiting for the community tent to finish, you know, the sugar black rose and stuff, and the Albus, and then I want to use both of my 4x8s and my 2.5 for a pheno hunt for all of these. You know what I mean? And go from there. I have enough smoke. I have enough flower for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. You know what I'm saying? I know I share lots of people out there, but you know, it's really mainly for me. So,
Make sure
you
you at
know,
least
I
run
got plenty.
like with the packs that you got the you know a nice amount of seeds. Make sure you run at least like 13 of them motherfuckers, bro. At
So
least. You know?
on the Jack Mob that I crossed the Panama times Acapulco, and then the Cab Sour cross with the Blue Razztown Batonian F2 and the Crescendo, I will do about 15 each of those. And they're all because I
That'll
got
give you
I'm gonna use
that'll,
both. I'm gonna use all of my tents, and they're gonna be in solo cups starting off. So I'll
that'll
have the
give you
space to do that and be able to kill off what I need to get rid of and all that shit. So yeah.
you know, for a home grow, that'll give you enough room of measure to see what the variations of phenos in the
Okay.
male and the female.
Okay.
You
I'm
know,
glad you told me that. I'm glad you
yeah,
told me
yeah.
that.
You know, you can't do. I mean, because motherfuckers out there doing hundreds and shit, trying to find
Yeah,
out the
I know, I
specific.
know, I know. I'm
You
not
know,
really doing like no major pheno hunt, but I know you
but
really like got to do like 50
yeah,
plus to be
yeah,
really
yeah.
doing of one strand to really be doing like a pheno hunt. I
So,
understand that. I'm not a breeder. I'm just trying some shit, and you know what I mean. I got some strands that I know is fire. I crossed them because I ran into some males, you know, a couple males that I wasn't supposed to get out of some films. So you know how the shit goes. So I'm doing what I'm doing. Boom, bam, biggity, bam. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, yeah, I do have a goal in what I'm doing to create something that I know is going to be a staple. I do everybody, you know, if you're a grower at a point in time, you want to grow something that you created and grown that is that good. You know what I'm saying? Like
more
you
than that,
think about these cookies, you think about the OGs, you think about all these strands out here. You know, and you're around it, and you're hands on with it, and you see it. You know,
you know,
at a point in time,
it's
if you keep doing what you're doing, you will find you something that will be a marquee thing if that's the goal that you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? So,
man,
you know,
I treat the plant like medicine, and you know, if that motherfucker, if I create something where I take something that's probably far fetched, because I do some far fetched ass shit, like I do autos with photos and shit. I'll do something different, just because
yeah, just like this, the
I
blue
like
raz,
that.
the
You
blue
know?
crim, crossed it with the Fred's Forever Fruit Auto.
Mhm, mhm.
So got that hundred thousand, not hundred, but thousands of seeds in here. Shit.
Yeah, if you're happy with it, man, that's everything, bro. Like that's everything. The worst thing you fuck around and hit that shit and get pissed off and be like, man, it didn't work. It might be causing you more anxiety because you hit that shit. So
Right, right. Hey guys, at 2 hours even, I'm gonna start to do the giveaway. It's we've been going for an hour and 57 minutes. That gives us about three minutes to put HBJD pound HBJD in the chat, and then I'm gonna pull the trigger, and whoever wins will get a pin like I got right here. You'll get a pack of beans. You'll get some slaps for you know, for the giveaway for JD's Bday. All right, so hashtag HBJD in the chat, guys. You got about 2 minutes to do it. I don't care if it's five. I don't care if it's four people. I don't care. Whoever wins wins.
but if I succeed with everything that I'm doing now, I think I got one more
It ain't
breeding
no if
partner.
I succeed. It's, you know, as I succeed.
We'll see. Well, it's a lot of shit, bro. It is a lot of shit
Yeah,
to be doing,
I
man. I
know,
got a
bro.
little happy. Yeah,
But
I definitely got a
you
little.
know, I don't know what happened to Piff. Oh, look, as soon as I say something, then somebody pops up on Piff's screen.
But
I don't know who that is,
yeah, I
but
got one more
I'm gonna move
project
Piff
that I
down
want to
until he
do.
comes up.
And the project that I'm doing, I'm pretty much reliant on getting some males out of these two fucking seeds that I got.
Jeep 420. It's put hashtag HBJD in the chat. Hashtag HBJD in the chat. It's like a tongue twister almost. But one thing I am really, you know, happy with the results I've been seeing, given the fermented rice water and the mix with the juice. So now that I cut it down so much, now that I'm gonna add this stash blend tonight, see how that works, because I know it's gonna give it that extra little oomph. But I'm only gonna give it half of a tablespoon of the stash blend. Supposed to give it a tablespoon per gallon, but I'm gonna do it a half. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got other things in it. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Things I'm learning, you got to be
bro.
moderate about what you do and how you do it. Because if you overdo it, it can be super hot and it can burn your shit up.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
bro,
All right,
in the back,
we at 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this up.
I was gonna say
Good
that.
luck to all the people that entered. Let's try. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Wait, how the hell am I in there? I saw myself in there. Jeep 420, the winner. All right, so Jeep 420, I need you to email me the name you want on the package, the address you wanted to go to. Yeah, email is flying on the bottom of the screen. There, the day one A1 Farms at gmail.com. Emails me there, please. And let me know, like I said, give me the name that you want on the package and the address you want the package sent to. And I will get that out with the packages I got going out. Like I said, I'm adding the slaps. I just got the slaps. I'm adding the pins because I just got the pins. And you will get a, I'm gonna give you a 15 pack of each of the beans. It is two phenos of the Chernobyl, the Reactor 4 from TAC Garage, the Chernobyl Times Mexican IBL, which is the subcool line that he worked on. I haven't grown it yet, but I am going to be. So I'll hook you up with that and some slaps. So congratulations.
Bro, is that the Slimer?
Congratulations, G.
Yeah, it's a Slimer. Yeah, it has a Slimer in it. Yeah.
That's what
it's that cut. Now I've been like I said, I didn't know too much about it until actually Ron Diesel kept bringing it up, and then the THC was like, yes, it's that cut from Subcool. The Slimer has a Slimer. Some people call it Slimer. I don't know. I'm not too hip on the history of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, Chernobyl, bro, around here didn't have like a real high THC level. It was like CBD and shit. But I wanted to touch back on what you're talking about the feed. There's like strong ass variations, bro, between outdoor and indoor. For in the indoor conditions, for me, I try not to get runoff. I try not to get runoff.
Say it again, Sauce. That you said try not to what?
I was saying I try not to get runoff with my plants.
Okay, right. So why don't you get the runoff? Explain to the chat why you don't like to get runoff when you're watering.
For me, it's just like a waste of my nutrients. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I used to run a lot of synthetics and shit, expensive ass synthetics, and I did it outside. It was just because I was watering my plants so often that
I get you now. I see.
I ran it. Now top amendments, bro, you could fuck around, you feed them. Those things are supposed to be like once a month. And if you do that shit too much, too often, once it breaks down, it will start burning them fucking plants ruthlessly. So, but I just wanted to touch back on that. Like, dude, I go at least, a quarter of what the motherfucker says put it in there, you know. But on the outdoors, for me, what that did was that enabled me to continuously every time I watered my plants, I could feed them. So I try to keep it like
Cause
that.
I know these niggas ain't gon' hand that new suit. Yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't hearing not a young nigga saying that. Double back twice in a row. Three bitches pains all in my home. First street, tell it out when I make a song. Let my brother day, he ain't make it home. She be all on me like she need me. I don't need you at all. She believe me. She be mad every time when I really ain't know.
Yeah, okay, so I get you now, Sauce. So, Sauce doesn't like to do the runoff because it wastes his nutrients. And, I like to water mine to get runoff. And, well, I don't water it to get runoff. I water it. Runoff allows me to know that I watered it all away. You know what I mean? But sometimes that's not always true because I'm in fabric pots. And when you're watering, sometimes the water can creep down the side and come down quickly. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, love. It come down real quickly. Yeah, let me listen to that. It come down real quickly, and then if it's hydrophobic, depending on how often you water it, how much you water it, what's in there, is it reused soil, whatnot. You got to stay on top of that. Make sure it's aerated. Make sure you're getting, the right things in there so it doesn't get hydrophobic and things like that. Hold on.
Yeah, those plants, man, are highly durable and highly tolerant. In certain cases,
Right.
when you have rare ass strains, certain strains, bro, will put you through hell, you know.
Excuse me.
But for the most part, the cannabis plant is a very durable plant. It doesn't require a lot, man. It really doesn't.
Right. I mean, but like with me, like even now, after I've been through situations where I've learned that being in, like, I had 1 gallons, and I thought I was watering enough, and I really wasn't watering enough. You know what I mean? And now being in 3 gallons and somewhat, trying to do a dry back, but at the same time, trying to, throw a little wrench here and there in the plants to throw my not my system, but to, like, to not have them watered every single day, super heavy. So, going through those things and trying to figure out how to water, it's like, excuse me, it's like, you know what? These motherfucking plants want water. They want to drink.
I get
So
it. I mean, I like
feed
your
them the
system.
water. And so
I do.
now I'm finding myself watering extra heavy and then topping off. And then the plants are loving it. I mean, loving it. So again, here I am learning again that I think I am watering enough, but I really am not. You know what I'm saying? And hence is the reason why I want to go ahead and try to not try, why I want to get um, a self-watering system.
A
Here
drip
comes a lot.
system. Just get a
You know what I'm
drip
saying?
system, bro.
A drip system
Get
or
a drip
a
system.
bottom feed, something. Because I'm in organic, and I use my super soil, so they say so. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be top feeding and things like that too throughout, veg and flower. What's up, Uncle? ULODDG 408.
Gravity.
Yeah. I'm out here doing my thing. I just wanted to tap in a little bit and kind of answer maybe Sauce or anybody else who might be in the chat. You know what? Because I'm outdoor and I do dry amendments, and my method is like once every 21 to 25 days. I try to definitely get with before 25 days. But if you guys remember, we had the conversation with Cav, I think it was last week, and he was saying we already late or whatever the case may be.
Right. No, he was, yeah. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about when I was getting ready to feed, and he was saying, like, hey, if you are seeing that you need to feed, you are already a week to 2 weeks behind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you need to be on
Right.
top.
So I think I just listened to him say that I'm gonna because this is how you learn, right? So I'm adjusting my program. So now I'm gonna go every once 16 to 21 days or
There
16
you
to
go.
20 days, something like that.
Right.
So I'm gonna move it
Right.
up a week, pretty much
Yeah.
the
Right.
case. So
Yeah. No. That's absolutely something that you probably should do. And I did that with the THC garage tent. And I remember because we were talking to Cav, we were on there with Cav at that time, and I'm like, I got to get ready to feed these girls. He's like, oh, if you have to feed them. I said, no, Cav, I'm ahead of the game on this one. The other tip, I was late, yes, but this one I'm ahead of. You know what I mean? Because now, but when I did that, man, these girls took off. Man, beautiful green. You know what I'm saying? They still doing their thing, and they're this deep in the flower, and it really, really worked to make sure that you feed them prior to them needing to be fed. So when they need food, it's there. And the compost teas, the fermented rice water, and the little nuances like that are working too as
Right.
well. So if there's little
Well,
things
I'm
out there,
glad.
guys, that you guys are needing to figure out what to do, like, oh, your plant, instead of using like a booster or something, there's some natural things out there that guys that you can use, you know what I mean? And it will be just as good as a synthetic booster or anything like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that, brother, because that's even reconfirming that. Yeah, I'm gonna move my schedule up at least 5 days. So I
Yep.
appreciate you sharing that information with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
that was it. And also, I don't know if somebody said something earlier. I maybe misheard on reading plants or something. The case may be. I could be wrong. But yeah, just from my own personal experience, if you haven't grown the same strain consistently, say you grew it one year and then you come into the next year, it's kind of hard to read your plants because you'll learn the characteristic along that first row. So by you get to the second, you can make your adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
With my plants that's outside, I'm still in it because this is the first year that I've had those strains. So I'm
Right. So
still in
you're
the
still
process
looking
of
in the
trying to
process.
understand.
Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah.
I was out there yesterday morning because it's been like 90 plus the last 4 5 days out here,
Right.
and I
Okay.
was out there and I was gonna wait. I watered, so I put them in Saturday. I gave it some recharge. I was gonna wait till Wednesday. Well, I'm sorry, today's Friday. I waited till Wednesday, and when I was out there Wednesday, my AB plant it was looking a little funny. I started getting some light yellowing at the bottom, like because the roots haven't expanded yet, right? So it's not stable, it's not comfortable. But what it kind of was telling me, I'm figuring it out, was that okay, whatever was in the medium, the soil that I had, that apples and banana plant already ate through all of that. So what it's kind of telling me right now is that apples and bananas may be more of a eater than the glitter bomb, the permanent marker, or my governments. But
Can
I'm
I
Mm-hmm.
still
throw some
learning,
in here?
right?
I want to throw this. I
Yes,
want to
sir.
throw this in here. So when you feed your plant, the uptake there's something that you can notice from the bottom of your plant. That uptake. Sometimes when the fertilizer or the nutritions are too rich, that uptake is too rich at the bottom of the plant. So when you get that yellowing like that, and the rest of the plant is green, it's showing you that you're putting in some night rich or some nute rich type of situation to your plant where even the smallest bottom foliage is toxic. And it'll start
Right, right,
working its way up,
So,
you know.
so
So
sauce.
right. And
What you
that, and that,
doing?
and that. I'm sorry. That let me just say this real quick,
Go
Dave.
ahead. Go
When
ahead.
I'm mute up.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And you know what? That as well could be a factor. So there's many factors, but what I don't know the plant yet. Well, I'm still getting to know her personally. But what it kind of was showing me is just like when you take a cut, right? Um, you take a cut, and as those roots is developing, the plant feeds off the lower leaf. So your leaf will start to, get a little lighter green because for the plant to survive, it has to feed itself. It's not
Right.
necessarily feeding from the root because it's not a strong enough root base. So it needs something to sustain its life because plants are organisms. It's going to do what it can to survive.
Right.
So what this apples and bananas is showing me, it's not showing me that it's rich because I don't have like burnt tips at the top or even at the bottom where the lip is. What it's showing me is that the roots is starting to expand and it's hungry as it's starting to build. Obviously, it was still new. It's only been 4 days as of Wednesday. So the roots haven't got stable. They haven't built their foundation yet, but the plant is trying to survive. So to me, what it's saying is that look, I'm trying to expand my roots and I'm hungry. I need to eat.
Hmm.
So what
Right.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat off my leaves so I can survive
Right.
and
Right.
keep growing. At least in
Right.
my mind, that's for sure. But we'll find out in time.
I mean, if she's a hungry girl, that's what it's going to be. Because like the Panama Red, like I said, that's my mistake. The Panama Red was hungry, and before she was showing me she was hungry before I fed her. You know what I'm saying? And it was already too late. You know what I mean? That's why you see a lot of the yellowing on the Panama Red, but it's because it's going to be like a 15 weeker, and those are the oldest leaves on there. And like you said, it's like, hey, I need to eat. You know what I'm saying? And as they reaching out for nutrients in the soil, there's none, so it's cannibalizing itself. You know what I mean? And
That
kind of
starts
doing
from
the
the
early
top.
senescence. So that's why
And
again,
it's similar to
it's a lesson
a
I
clone.
learned.
A clone does the same thing.
Right. So that's why I've learned now that I have to not treat every plant the same. I have to, if the plant is showing me something different, then I need to feed it something different. You know what I mean? I
So
need
this is what I would say.
to
I want to.
maintain each and every plant. I can't continue to feed every plant the same, especially when a plant is showing me something and the others are not. And that's where the problem, because you're like, oh, everything is good, but this one's not. Well, it may not be deficient. It may not even be a problem. It just need more food, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It just
So
needs some more food. It needs more food than the other ones. And sometimes
when
that's all it is.
when the plant is cannibalizing itself, it's going to do it from the midway to the top.
Okay,
When you're newt rich, it's going to do it from the bottom up. So you'll get all of that shit from the bottom up. The fucking roots will rot. The fucking bottom leaves won't even. The babies won't even. They won't even. They just burn off
Right,
gotcha.
because they
right,
don't have
right,
the microsolubility for the plant to achieve what it wants to do. So
right.
it's doing its best to survive through the heat. So but
Right, right. And I understand that point of view, and there's some volatility to that. I mean, that there's some truth in that. But I mean, take your cut. If you when you put your cut in, your cut doesn't eat from the middle. Your clone doesn't eat from the middle up. When those roots are starting to expand and they're starting to grow, it's gonna eat from the bottom up. I've never had. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I've done a couple clones. I've never had a clone start eating from the middle up. It's always started from the bottom to take that bottom because that's the closest to the root source. That's the closest. It's being fed through the roots, right? I mean, it's eating through the roots. So
So
what's
so
the
so
closest thing
so
to the
so
roots?
so
It's the
so,
bottom leaf.
so ULDG. Are you talking about before it roots or after it roots?
So I set that in the clone. So saying I took my
Yeah, in the
girls out to
clone.
5 gallon
Sometimes
pot.
in the clone, is that before the clone roots or after the clone roots? Do you see that
That's
happening?
in my case. It's
In your
as
case,
the
yeah.
clone is rooting. It's as it's
Okay.
rooting itself.
So
Like I don't know if you look at
transition.
my
So
one.
transition.
Right. If you look at that,
Okay.
I have a short a couple of weeks ago when I showed the root out of that one. The one that I didn't put the dome. I didn't do no dome in that, right?
I have to go
I
back
just
and
put
take a
it in
look.
the tent in the environment. And
Okay.
that, and I think I'm pretty sure I said in that short that what made me know that that clone was starting to root, it was I can see the change in the bottom leaf. And then I pulled the root out of the little containers. I mean the wrapper rooter out of the little container, and you could see the roots sticking out of the wrapper rooter because it was in the wrapper rooter. I mean, it wasn't in soil at that time, but it didn't have nothing to feed on. So as the roots was expanding and it was thickening or growing, should I say, the plant, it's a natural reaction, right? The plant's going to, something, it's just like, the rose bush, the tree, your leaves are going to start dying before the tree dies. Your rose bush leaves are going to start browning and dying before your rose bush dies because the plant's it's going to do everything it can to keep itself alive. So
Right.
when you're
Right.
closer,
my Tony,
your leaves are closer,
JD. What is it?
your leaves closer to the root surface, to the root point, right, which will be your lower leaves. It's going to start because that's the closest thing to the root surface where the roots are. It's going to
like
start eating from the bottom.
Just
At least that's my
hey,
experience. I mean, I'm not an
Right.
expert, so I'm
so
just
so
telling you my personal
Like,
experience.
like with me and the clones, like what I noticed with the clones is that when the clone has rooted, when the clone has rooted, my first set of fan leaves that I got out, if when it once it's rooted, those leaves right there are the first ones to start yellowing because
Right.
that's when
And they
it
could be
needs
the
some
bigger
food.
leaves.
It needs some food.
Right.
You know what I'm
And it could
saying?
be the bigger leaves. Your lower leaf could be
It's
smaller,
not,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
next one
It's
up could
the
be larger.
yeah. But
Right.
it's
Because
those first set of leaves that come out. Like I can have a little piece at the bottom, and then I can have these leaves come out, and then this part, and then
oh,
boom,
I lost my
it'll be this
damn.
part right here at the bottom that goes first when it first roots. I'm like, oh, it's hungry because they rooted. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me put you up here, Sauce. Let me put you on the front. Hold on.
so the plant. So this is a clone. I really put these plants
See?
in.
Okay, so
Now
hold it up, Sauce.
they
Hold it
had
up.
so they had no these plants had no nutrition at all
Right.
when I
No,
cloned them.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. When they have
So
when they
look,
have no food or nothing.
it's grown twice the size, but I kid you not, all these burnt leaves, they were all together. So the plant started to eat itself up from the top down. And eventually it just wasn't going to produce roots if I didn't take it out the clone or the DWC and put it into a medium that had some type of food in it. But that's just exactly what will happen, man. It'll start eating itself up from the top, and all of that shit's just going to start dropping
Yeah,
off,
now I
man.
do
But
see, I do see some of what you're talking about. Yes, I do see that happening when my clones have rooted, and then it's those first ones leaves, and then like you said, it'd be sometimes those top ones. That's how I know because once I get that new vegetation right at the top, like it just comes out and it's a little light because it needs some food. That new vegetation, I'm like, okay, boom, those leaves are being ate up, and it needs some food.
the plant's grown twice its size, but it just stretched out, dude. So, but I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
just on
no,
my end, I will say that, it'll definitely cannibalize itself midway
yeah.
to the top, man.
But
Just, and
I
I've
look
noticed
for
that just
that.
off of flowers.
I look for that. That's how I identify that the plant has rooted when it starts to cannibalize itself.
No, 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 no. That's not
No,
the case.
that's what happens to
No.
me. That's what happens. That's what I look for because
Okay, okay.
they be in a solo cup, and I
Yeah,
don't see the roots, or anything like that. So what
all
happens
right.
is as they get bigger and as they start to grow, that and they have no nutrients in there, those
Mhm.
first leaves, like I said, those first set of leaves that are coming out, they start to kind of go because it's looking for food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they,
So
JG.
they're rooting.
All right, let me put
so
Uncle. Let me put Uncle up
Now,
here real
so
quick.
I get your point. I get your point, Sauce. You know what I'm saying, without a doubt. But let me show you a clone I got going, bro. And this is just a different example. I'm not saying you're wrong. You see that bottom leaf?
See those first set of leaves that
That's
come out.
that's the one that it was feeding to keep it alive. Now you do see I do have some burnt tips because I done added some 333 to this little mix here because I'm trying to get it to just start popping.
But you got
But
roots though, right?
prior,
You got roots though, right?
right.
So you can
Prior,
tell you got
prior,
roots there, right? Yeah, but
prior to me adding the 333, it was
uh-huh.
speed. This one started to yellow out. And
Right.
now you see what
Okay.
it is now. Right now, it's
Right.
completely. That's a dry leaf. That ain't doing anything right
That's good. That's dead.
now.
Yeah,
Right,
that's gone. That's dead.
right now. But now look at this one over here. Hold on, wrong way. Damn it, I'm horrible at this. Okay,
so
look at
last,
that one on the corner. You see that one on the corner starting to yellow, where it was kind of brown and it's starting to yellow a little bit.
The
It's
one
the
underneath.
next. It's the one to above it, maybe to the left on the camera. I'm horrible with this stuff. But either or, that's kind of what I notice when I'm doing
Uh-huh.
my clones. And I
Gotcha.
know that, like I said, I know this one's rooted because it's keeping itself alive. This
But
is standing. You see this green,
look
and
at your
it fed off of
look
this
at your top
bottom
though.
one.
Look at your top though. You have new growth already coming out the top.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You
right,
have it.
right.
You see it starting to do its thing.
Right. But until the roots started to really take off, what does the plant do in my mind? Now, as I say, I'm not an expert. I could be wrong. What does the plant start to do? It fed off of that
But
brown leaf right there.
okay, so check this out. Now, I've heard and I've researched and learned that what probably happened in this situation is that you had too much light on the plant and the plant was not trying to root, it was trying to feed and grow because of the light. So
Well, that could
sometimes
be true.
that's what happens, that the plant that the clone is thinking that, oh, I need to eat because I got light. It's trying to do its thing, but it has no
Yeah,
roots
that
to
could be true.
sustain anything. So it's gonna eat from the vegetation of the plant, and that's a fact.
Right.
You can quote me on that. That's a fact. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
will
no,
happen
that
if it has too much light before it roots.
100% true. And these are under soft lights. This is my little these is my little germination stress section. It's under soft light. This is I mean these bulbs that's these lights on is not even it's maybe 15 watts, if that. I think
Yeah,
it's like
but
12
really,
watts.
a clone
So
really doesn't need any light to root at
no, for
all.
sure.
It doesn't
For
need any
sure.
light. It just needs the right temperature. You know what I mean?
Right, for
Not too
sure. For
cold,
sure.
not too
That's
warm. It will root in darkness. You know what I'm saying? With zero light. And I've seen it
right.
happen before. I've had
For
it
sure.
happen before.
That's why
You know what
I
I'm
keep it
saying?
under this. That's why I keep it under the soft light. I mean, I would put in my tents if my tents is going, but that's why I keep
Right.
it under a soft light until it
Gotcha.
starts to start running. Once it gets to running, then I can put it outside, put it under the tent, in the tent if it was up, and let it do what it do. And it also helps me with the stretch because I don't know if hold on, let me turn this camera back on. Uh,
Gotcha.
Look at this Mendoza. This Mendoza's
Okay.
under the same soft light, and this is an
Right,
auto.
right,
And
right,
I
right.
dropped this auto on the 23rd of April, and
Okay.
it's under a soft light. Hopefully, my goal
Okay.
is, I mean, if I can get it to go at least another 4, 6, 7, 8 weeks without it going into pre-flower, it's going to give me at least another 3 to 4 nodes, and
Okay.
it's just growing. It's not
You
like
you
the
already
light's so
doing
soft. It's not pushing it to like start pre-flower because it's
right.
April
Okay.
23rd. I put this in here, so we're almost
Okay.
8 weeks out, and it still ain't even started pre-flower.
So okay, so I got a question too. I mean, just in general question out there, because what I'm starting to hear with people in autos. Now, I know I ran my autos, I had my experience with the autos, and I came up with my conclusion about what I'm gonna move on and how I'm gonna work with autos. But I'm hearing a lot of people when they're talking about autos, and it throws me off because it's like I'm trying. This is what I hear, and I'm not talking about you, Uncle. I'm just saying in general. It said I'm trying to hold off for this plant to start flowering, and I'm actually hearing people doing things to keep it from flowering to and extending the veg time to get bigger. And I'm trying to figure out how are you doing that when it's an auto now. I know that once auto reaches the parameters and when it heats its deep or whatever, it's going to start triggering to go into flowers. So I do understand that some people do put their autos in bigger pots, and it takes longer for that root to hit the bottom before it starts to go outward. Therefore, the plant gets bigger. I do hear about that too as well. But I'm hearing this concept of people like holding out for their auto to before the auto starts to flower. Like, is that something you can control?
You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm glad you answered something. I don't know. That's in a 5 or 7 gallon plastic pot.
Uh huh.
I'm doing it personally so it can get bigger. And when I get my lab together, I'll have something to throw. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go from big, and I'll just have something I can hit not your
Right.
ass, but I can hear about boom. Look at this
Yeah,
motherfucker. You know
that's
what
why
I'm
I wasn't saying
saying?
you. That's why I wasn't saying you. I've been hearing this in
Yeah,
the
no, it makes
community though.
sense.
I've been hearing this concept of, oh, I'm trying to get my auto not to flower. I want it to get bigger because I've had autos. The motherfuckers like in 14 days started flower. I mean, it grew to be like a 2.5 foot plant. Yielded about 56 grams. So, you know what I mean. Turned out to be
What,
something decent for after 14 days. And I
I,
have recorded this,
right.
guys. It's on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I have documented this, so I'm not just talking out my ass.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no,
So
no,
I understand these autos and kind of how, but I'm just trying to grasp around that concept of holding out and pushing your auto
well,
you know,
Well,
and more
Yeah,
veg.
I mean,
I
you can.
go ahead, so
Yeah, you can
I only
definitely
speak from.
push them. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm only gonna speak for myself, dog. You know, and I ain't gonna. I'm gonna keep
Which
it
one?
solid with you, dog. The bigger, the better, right? I mean, it don't look good if it ain't big. So I'm trying to get that
Right.
puppy
I
as
mean,
big as
right.
possible.
Because we want the plants to get big, right? I mean, we want to be able to control the height. We want them to get the height that we want. You know what I mean? We want them to get as big as we want them to get,
Man,
right?
lost an
You know,
index, don't do
ultimately,
that.
that's what we're trying to do. JD,
As far as stopping the flowering process,
JD, you
I
with
don't,
us?
I don't know, man. I think it's
Oh,
automatic. I don't think
all
you're
right, bro. Just making sure you're still with us.
whether you give them 24. 24 may give them more stretch, more growth.
Uh huh.
8.6 may give them more stretch, more growth. That's just consistent light. But
But
it's a
I gotta play
ruderalis
devil's
thing.
advocate with that, though, bro.
Mhm,
I do
mhm,
24 hours of light,
mhm,
and that 14 days.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? 24
mhm,
hours of light. You know what I mean?
mhm,
And I did, and I've done the where I vegged it. Say okay, so I done the autos where I did the autos with the photos or with the films as well. So when it was
mhm,
time to flip the films, the autos pretty much got flipped. You know, like that. They went from 24 hours to 12. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And they still got big, stretched, and did all of that stuff too as well. You know what I'm saying? They still got big. You know what I mean? And actually, that was some of the biggest autos that I've ever seen. But I had them. I had a herb in my garden. You know what I'm saying? So kind of fucked
And
those up. But
that could be a part. That could be genetics, light stress. There's a few variables to that shit. How that
right. But
occurs.
I'm just saying, like, like this concept of being able to control your auto. You know what I'm saying? From your, from keeping it from veggie or keeping it from flowering, so it can get bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to grasp on that concept. And like I said, I've grown a lot of autos. I may not have grown a lot of autos that people would consider a lot, but I've grown enough to know like what I like and what I don't like now about autos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
Right.
I've
definitely
grown the
Well, let
last
me.
few.
you'll
Go
get
ahead.
more growth indoors out of your autos than you will outdoors. You're subjected to a limited
But
amounts of time. So,
the results I've
Well,
gotten from both of those, bro, is
mhm,
fucking crazy. I mean, the
well,
autos that
let me
I
go.
grew outdoors during the cool time, during when it was cool outside,
mhm,
got super big, but the buds never came together. It grew like a ruderalis plant. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? That's what it
mhm,
did during the cool time. Now, I grew those same ones indoors,
mhm,
and they got super big, big old colas. They just didn't tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Almost like if they would have been a cooler temperature, they would have stayed light and did the ruderalis shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that they were, you had these big old colas the size of my arm, dude. You know what I'm
And
saying? It's
one thing I want to
documented.
throw out,
These are autos. You know what I'm saying?
one thing I want to throw out is when we're talking about ruderalis, we're talking about genetics. Sometimes those genetics aren't that we get that we call fast flower or auto flower aren't
Okay.
completely ruderalis. Like I've gotten clones of a fucking true ruderalis, bro, and immediately once that motherfucker got out of 24, bro, flower, bro. So that motherfucker was like this big. It was immediately. So I mean, just genetically, that's just
Right.
genetically this
Right.
ruderalis. So soon as
Well,
Right.
that motherfucker gets out there, so I mean, certain plants may. I mean, I heard of Jack. Said, man, I had 6 foot autos, and in my head, I'm thinking, indoor conditions. Okay, one thing, but genetics is probably most important. So
I would,
certain
I would,
genetics,
I would agree
true
on that.
ruderalis may not even get that big. That motherfucker don't even
Hmm.
get 3 feet tall, man. Like
Right.
it's
I
not a
mean,
big
Well,
the
look, I
plants,
just
the
want.
autos that I had was pretty big. You know what I mean? That it had some short ones, but
Well,
most of them were bigger plants. Most of the autos have
well,
always been bigger plants.
Mhm.
I want to throw this one there too because Sweetie was similar on my sweet skunk. She was on a similar path as my Mexican Mendoza that I just showed you.
Hey
Sweet,
guys, I'm gonna put my
she
phone on
did,
charge. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
yeah, she didn't flip until I started the LST, bro. She was growing. nicely, no pre-flower, no nothing. Soon as I bent that top of that thing over just so I can get the lower ones to start stretching a little bit, she
It just
flipped,
be
bro,
flopping.
right away. Right. So that's another reason why I'm gonna let this Mendoza run. I'm not gonna touch it. It's just sitting where it's at. I water it, every 4 days or so, let it dry out a little bit. Not too much because I don't want to. I'm trying not to trigger anything. I'm just trying to see how long I can get it to go. I mean, for selfish reason, a little bit for content too. Because if I can get this thing to go for at least another 4 weeks, I mean, I'm gonna cross my fingers. Say if I can get it to go 8 weeks before it even start to go into pre-flower,
Mhm.
man, I'll have my lab together by then. Then boom, you'll see it on my you'll see it on my channel, bro.
That's
And
an
I'll be
auto that
like,
you got right there.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the auto, bro. And I
Okay.
dropped it on April 23rd. So the 23rd of this month will be 8 weeks.
Oops, my bad.
Man, if you was
I
loyal to
actually
the
dropped that
auto,
beat on
Gee,
April
like a lot
23rd,
dope.
the day that we drafted Mendoza. That's why it's a Mexican Mendoza.
yeah, I was gonna say, man, those who are loyal to the autos, bro, you can probably harvest, man, like every fucking 2.5, 3 months and shit, man, you a shitload of weed just off the autos. They grow like
Hey,
farm, but
G420. Hey, I feel you, bro. I'm like this. Like I like at a point in time, I'm like, you know what? These autos have a place. They will always have a place in my tent. You know what I mean? And then because it's like, I had that one that grew was good. Boom, tastes good. Like, okay, like I can deal with this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Ice cream runs. Yeah, from fast or not from fast. Ice cream runs from C Connect. Okay, cool. Yeah, boom. That tastes good. Nothing thick, dense. You know what I mean? Cool. And then the next ones that I grew, I'm like, hold on, like, okay, big old juicy buds, but light, thin. You know what I mean? Airy. Smell really fruitful, taste fruitful, but didn't have the kick, didn't have the hit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
I don't want to grow nothing mediocre. I don't want to grow mediocre quality cannabis, bro. I don't. I'm not wasting my time and energy to grow mediocre, bro. I want to grow
But
fire. You know what I'm
so
saying?
this
let me ask you this. I don't want to go ahead, so my bad. I ain't gonna cut
I
you
was gonna
off.
say the saucy punch was actually bred from a photo in an auto and shit, bro.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh, okay.
motherfucking
Oh, it
plant,
was.
bro. I didn't get a half. I mean, I flipped them in the flower immediately from seed, but
So, but did
I
you get
didn't
a
get.
chance to see if you had anything that would turn automatically? Or did you not give it
They
enough
appear to
time
be
to
flat.
try?
I
You
mean,
just flipped them.
my opinion, they seem to be fast flowers. I think they should have got put into beds a lot longer.
Okay,
I would have probably got more bread, but
but would
go
you?
ahead.
But would you? How could you tell if you flipped them quicker? You know what I'm saying? Then you
They
didn't really
they
get
were
give them a
they
chance
were
to see if you
very
had any
they
autos in
didn't
there.
really they didn't fill out like they were supposed to. If I would have left them in veg for a solid month, I would have probably got twice the amount of flour than I got off of them. But I
Okay,
just immediately, bro. So they went immediately and showed me. But the flour was good. The high was great, man. But I just really didn't get much off the plant, you
I
know.
got you. I got you.
I'm glad.
What,
I'm glad. You had something to say?
yeah, I was gonna say, well, here's because I don't have the equipment yet, but here's a little bit of my training. I'm using a little me thinking down the line. Here's my kind of training of thought for the place for autos. I think if, in my mind, I could be wrong. I think if you can really get some good cultivar of autos, grow them strongly, get them to really produce. I think that would be your wash, bro. That would be your resin. I mean, to me, I just smoke regular flower that I grow outside because it's my first year doing inside.
Uh huh.
Um, my flower I grow outside though, there's no way in the world that, in my mind, that I'm going to put that to a wash though. You know what I'm saying? It's
So,
like, man, I just spent 6, 7 months out here hustling and sweating
right,
and babying these
right,
things. I'm not putting that
right,
shit in no wash. But if I
right.
grow me some autos, I can wash
Okay.
that and fresh that.
I mean, yeah, you can, you can. Now, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you guys this though with the autos. You know what I mean? I'm not bashing autos like that. I'm bashing autos. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm bashing autos indoors. Okay, I'm saying that autos I don't think deserve to be grown indoors for the quality of cannabis that you get out of it. Now, if it's just a plant that's in between some of your photos and shit like that, different story. But if you're growing it, if you're dedicating space, time, and effort for that, I think that's a bad thing because I grew autos outdoors during the heat, and they were 100 times better than what I grew indoors and what I grew during the winter
Yeah, you
outdoors.
can't beat that sun, bro. I
Tastes
don't care what
really
you do.
good.
I know
The
everybody got
flavor
their own
was
thoughts. You
good.
can't beat that sun.
Bro, the flavor, the terps were there. Everything was there. The high was a little there, but it had the outdoor high. Don't get me wrong, but it was strong, heavy, came, hit you good, but then it kind of left kind of quick. You know what I'm saying?
Indoors,
But it
indoors, you
tasted
get a
good. It gave me that flavor. It gave me that okay. It gave
bro.
me a little bit of that feel of like, okay, I can fuck with this a little bit. Okay, all right. I mean, okay.
Indoor, indoor autos, bro. I feel like you could get a better stretch on the plant because you're providing with more light.
Right.
Outdoor, you subjected to that environment, man. And that heat, man, that sun does
But
something
I
wonderful
I
to the
I
plant.
I, I got the big light and I did 24 hours with the autos. You know what I'm saying? Stretch big, this and that, big old juicy buds, but them motherfuckers broke
Wasn't fire.
was airy like a motherfucking I don't know,
Man,
a
I had some
dried out
beautiful
pine cone.
autos, bro. I had some beautiful autos, bro. Them motherfuckers didn't get me high for shit. They look great.
I mean,
They look
Yeah.
beautiful.
man, I got a
Well, you
whole
also dealing,
I got a whole
you dealing with.
in here, bro, full of fucking these autos, bro. I just want to watch them. I just want to do some
Yeah.
empires with them, bro. I got a whole like
That,
2-3
that's the
pounds of
move.
this shit, bro.
That's the
You know what I'm
move, bro.
saying?
Watch that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Watch that shit, dog. That's my thing with
More,
autos.
yeah.
I think they
That's what
more
I'm
for
gonna
watch,
do.
and then you smoke the photos, dog.
Right. I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, dude, I wanna make lotions. I wanna make, shit like that. You know what I mean? I wanna use the whole plant for everything that it can be used for. You know what I'm saying? In a holistic
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm going to be and shout out to my peoples out there, man. I got a couple of family members, that graduated from extraction, for extractions and cannabis extractions, things of that nature. So I'll be working with some people. We got some things happening, bro. Like shout out to the people who's grinding, people out there that's trying to move forward with this plant and find, the things that is more beneficial than just, saying that it's just some stuff for us to get high to. No, it's not just for stuff for us to get high to. People use this for medication. People use this for all kinds of things that better themselves than have to take some of the shit that these doctors and shit prescribe to you and give you that make you take this medication to stop this side effect, and you got to take this medication to stop that side effect from stopping that side effect, and it just the list goes on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So just pushing the envelope, man, and just showing what we can do. We got to stay on top of it as growers. We got to continue to do what we do. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey,
And
one,
keep the
hey, one.
nonsense
I want
out
you to
and
throw
just
this out.
continue to grow.
What I was gonna say, man. I don't get too high, man. I get too medicated.
You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even, man. It's past, man. It is actually medicinal. It has that purpose, man. And we have to treat that motherfucker just like that, you know. For the kids,
I,
it might not be something that's beneficial because you gotta have some sense to lose some sense.
well, I
But
think what needs to
you
be
know,
done with the kids is I think what needs to happen is the parents need to educate about
mhm,
what this plant is and what it can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't abuse this plant. There is enough of having too much THC. There's a plant. There is a such thing of overdoing it. There's a such thing of having that dumb stoner high that like that.
mhm,
There is a such thing as that. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And I think that what the dispensaries are pushing this super high strong THC. You know what I'm saying? And pushing that, and
But
that's best.
A1,
Yeah, you get that dumb high. You know what I'm
most
saying?
of them
I think
cats,
people need to be
most
educated on what it really is for and what it really does.
most, and I'm just speaking from my end. Most of them motherfuckers didn't have sense from the gate, right? So when you giving an inebriative factor to somebody that's already chemically off
Right.
potentially.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit can
Okay.
probably, you know what I mean? It's gonna
No,
have instantly
no,
some type.
Sauce. That's 100% true. Somebody who is chemically off say with psychosis, that will induce their psychosis. And I've seen it happen to my boys. I've seen it happen to a couple of my partners, man. I've seen it happen to my cousin. I've seen this happen, bro, where somebody has the gene and they are right there on that line where and sometimes they don't even know they have this gene in them. It's not necessarily a something that they developed. It's something that they already have that is starting to then show itself. You know what I mean? And cannabis can induce that, especially with psychosis. 100% true, bro. 100% true, bro. And I'm not bullshit. And that's where it gets real sticky with the FDA and all of that stuff, because if that can have somebody induced into some psychosis episode, then now they're saying that, oh, this could be potentially a dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying? And that is something that is out there. That is something that is being talked about. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, but we know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's too much money to be made out there right now, and too much, the way that they got the industry and the money that they make it is fucking insane, bro.
To me, they're just dumbing shit. They're dumbing shit
Insane.
out, bro. They're just dumbing shit down. Genetics are getting dumbed down. And then I think somebody
Well,
figured out a way to control motherfuckers through that shit.
well,
We
well
should have never.
let me
We should have kept the gorilla, probably. But
let, let, no, you good, brother. I was gonna say, let me throw this in there. Watch out for big tobacco, bro, because they're trying to get a hold of the industry as well. And once they get started,
that's the
you
Yep.
talking about
worst.
THC levels, they're gonna be like, oh, we
Yeah.
got 45-50% THC. They're gonna try to have people out their minds. Hook.
I mean, that's exactly could be an issue. Absolutely. You're right. That could be an issue. Big tobacco come up in the game. You know what I'm saying? Here they go. Now they got cigarettes on the shelf, cannabis cigarettes on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what do you think is going to happen if
We
that
got
was
bigger
to take
problems.
place?
I mean, we have bigger problems, man, than a fucking plant. I mean, motherfuckers are dying from fentanyl. There's a big ass civil unrest.
That,
Like, man, I
Bro,
that
I would.
that is true, Sauce, but you got
that
to
is true,
remember,
Sauce, but that is being pushed. That
right,
is being pushed.
right, and you also got to remember, if it makes money to them, it makes sense.
Bro. I mean, you gotta understand, like this is I don't even know we even should go in this lane, bro. But this take it back to just say no. That's all this bullshit is. Oh, one pill kills. Hell, motherfucker, yeah. But y'all bringing them shit. Y'all bringing this shit over here. It ain't the fucking cartels and all that shit. Y'all let this shit be coming up here. How, man? Come on now, bro. If y'all really think it's just cartels and this shit that's bringing this shit up in here, y'all shit got like fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the U.S. is some of the biggest hustlers around. We import that shit, bro. Like, come on now. Like,
Well, yeah, bro, they
how
gotta
do
make
you
some
think the
money to
cannabis
support
plant
them.
got here and got spread out so much? They took them genetics from over there in Vietnam and all that shit and brought it here to modernize it to make it so they can make money off of the shit, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
bro.
understand, cannabis alone is $1 trillion back. Well, even back then, it was $1 trillion untaxed market for the government. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You gotta
certainly.
know how much money was coming in on the back end and the underground that was being untaxed. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for the cocaine. That goes for everything else too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, bro, we didn't have to go to the Senate to ask for money,
For
bro.
sure.
You fuck around and get
So
you some back projects, and now you got funding for your war. Like, man,
right, you
then
right,
nobody ever know. Nobody ever
right,
know. Like,
straight up.
you know what
You
I
know what
mean?
I'm saying?
Well, you don't have to look no further than the Oliver North story. Yeah, I can YouTube that. Anybody who's interested, if you ain't up on you too young to understand what that was. Look at the Oliver North story. I mean, that'll explain it all on that end of the game. But big tobacco, that I think that's more why if it's a push to hold back or push back on the home growers, the local home growers, because if you grow your own medicine, then there'll be no need to stop at the dispos or stop in the store and buy their products, which is going to
bro.
lead them to say, okay, the home grower, he can give you something that's 16 to 23% THC. We're giving you something that's 40%. We're giving you something that's 50%. So, and we're going
What
to
type of
charge
shit
you a
I'm trying to
reasonable
buy?
price. So,
And we're gonna give you. You're gonna be able to collect points, and once you spend so much money, you're gonna get this freebie.
You know, it's the FDA, bro. Like all to the motherfucking FDA, bro. Those are the main motherfuckers that allow the majority of this shit to go to them, man. Whether it's
Gangsta
Pfizer,
girl, we already did the
anybody,
girl. We already did
anybody.
the giveaway,
So
boss.
it's the FDA, man. Giving away the anything, the stamp of approval, or like, oh man, we can probably FDA, the motherfuckers in there, and probably filter so much money out of food, drugs, tobacco, alcohol, all of that shit. All they could
I
do
mean,
is just be like, well, I
this
mean,
is this
all they
is
could do
this
is
is
just be like, hey man, we're gonna tell you it's gonna kill you, but by this time we chemically alternate it so much that you wouldn't give
bruh,
a fuck if it did kill you.
but not even that
So
though, bro. Not even that, bro. They so motherfucking smart because motherfuckers are so dumb. They fucking people sit in front of a TV, they phone, and they get programmed about shit. If you're this old and you're experiencing this, you're experiencing the, and then you sit here and they don't realize how the mind really works or how their mind really works, and how if once you believe and start to believe something, you start to bring that right to you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't even know how that type of shit works.
hey
You
man,
know what I'm
all of
saying?
that shit
And,
was
and how
all
they
of that
do
shit was
and how they do it. You know what I mean?
all of that shit was
that is
FDA
true.
approved. God damn it. Every
I mean,
commercial you see
What,
talking about if you have sudden thoughts of suicide and
right,
motherfucking your shit just shut down, that was all FDA
bro.
approved, motherfucker.
Bruh, I was sitting back. Me and my wife was sitting back watching, I don't know, something. As a matter of fact, we wasn't watching shit. The TV was just on regular TV, and it probably was after a basketball game or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't watch regular TV. You know what I mean? I hardly watch TV that much and shit like. But anyways, but tell me why every time whatever was on went to a commercial, it was the same thing. If you have this, if you feel this, if this, and it was every commercial was
Hey, bro.
programming by telling you this, by
Yeah.
telling you this, by telling you this, and I'm telling you, I'm not gonna bullshit to you guys. In a matter of an hour, you probably saw this same set of commercials programming motherfuckers about
Millions,
100 times, 150 times,
millions,
straight up,
millions of dollars,
the
bro. Yeah,
same
millions of
shit.
dollars
I'm
invested.
about,
Yeah. It's just like the
It's
Super Bowl, bro.
crazy, bro.
You know how much
I
they
was going
paid
to say
for
the
the
same
Super
thing.
Bowl commercials, bro? You know how much they
Yeah,
paid to get to the masses at that point?
right,
So
right.
yeah, dude, they just hit you with repetition, and
Yeah.
sometimes fuck around, it might get to you,
But
and
if
Right.
you see
It's
it
going to get to
enough,
somebody.
if you see it enough, you start to believe it enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you see
It's
it
going to
enough,
get to somebody.
you start to believe it. You know what I mean? And that's just programming. That's just 101. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
and
I tell
and
you,
people don't realize how programmable we are because you can program whatever you want. You can program yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta
well, I
understand the
mean,
game and you gotta
not,
understand the
and
matrix.
I think my uncle said this shit best, bro, and it's a sad ass fact though. 5% of these motherfuckers actually can identify what it is to be a human being, be grounded, bro, to actually feel life to that extent. A lot of these motherfuckers are, it's over their head, just like in the Matrix, man. They don't give a fuck.
Bro,
They don't
I
give a
mean,
fuck, man. They don't
to this
care.
day, people don't even understand what was the concept of the matrix. It was fucking telling people how you're this is you.
It's like religion.
This is
It's
you
like
in reality, motherfuckers. Like
it's like
if
religion. If
you
a
if you can
motherfucker that
believe and see things and understand things that it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
if you want to get
right.
down
Well,
to
it's self.
the We can
mean,
go
bro,
into the
itself.
very basic
it's
of
like
molecules and shit.
MK Ultra, bro. MK Ultra. When you sit there and you place this image perpetually in front of a motherfucker consistently and put that there, man, sooner or later it changes their chamber of thinking.
Right.
And if
No,
you
it
do it the
does.
right way, you can lead them. If you do it the right way,
Right.
you fuck
No, no,
around
that's
and lead
true.
them.
That's
It's
true.
just like a mouse in a fucking in a course, man. You just if you do it the right way, they don't have any other way to see. You
Why
know?
do you think they study the the melanated skin tone person? You know what I'm saying?
Still tripping off of what man. They need to
Well,
release the documents on why
They
they
have
was
done the
fucking with the
most
cat with
research
the
about.
spooky. They was giving
that,
syphilis,
that's
bro,
that's
to the.
that's not gonna happen, Sauce. That's
I'm
not
trying to
gonna
figure
happen,
out
bro.
why they was giving syphilis to the
No,
motherfucking brothers and
well,
the sweeties,
that's
bro.
hey man,
Man,
they're
They
sweeping
need to
that under
release
the
that
rug
shit.
like a lot of other things they done, bro. And to
I
be
They need
honest
to
mean,
with you,
release
because
to that
I
man.
look, let me tell you this. To be honest with you, I took it for my job. You know what I'm saying? Well, I took it. I'm not gonna say it's for my job. It's I'm gonna say 15, 20 years from now, it's gonna be similar to the COVID vaccination, bro.
oh,
Watch.
bro, you
It,
don't
give
want
it
to get
some
on that
time.
shit, bro.
I understand. I don't want to go down that road. I'm just simply saying, bro. It's going.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Give it 50. I mean, I may be damn gone. Hopefully, you guys are alive, dog, and watch this on, some other shit. But I jumped in to say this, man, because I'm getting up at 5:15. I got to go outside and do some work on my
Yeah, man, I'm getting
girl.
ready to call it a night to myself, boss. I'm getting ready to call it a
So get outside, dog. But now,
night.
let me get an
Get
Man, I'm
unshameless
a
outside,
plug.
hermit, man. I'm a hermit, dog.
son.
Let me get it.
I'm afraid of this
Let,
shit, man. Outside, man. I don't know, but I might do it.
Nah,
I got that
you can do
growing,
it.
man.
You can do it, brother. You can
I'm
do
a,
it. But let me get an unshameless plug in real quick, dog. Uh,
yeah, let it get heated up,
fucking,
man. Let it heat up a little bit, man. And I'll be out there, man. You'll probably see something, man, pretty soon.
okay, I've been looking forward to it, dog.
Yes, sir.
Linda
Have a
is
blessed evening, my
looking.
brother. I'm sorry.
Linda is looking amazing, bro. I'm trying to get these other four girls to come online, but I'm probably not going. I'm gonna try to wait a week or so because I don't want to keep showing the same thing before I put the video out. But most likely I'll do a short tomorrow. Wait till y'all see Linda, bro. She is freaking philosophy. I was out there
Mm.
this morning, bro, going to my job, and I was like, good Lord, I'm so proud. I don't think I'm gonna put it short out, dog, but I don't even think I'm gonna touch her, bro. I'm not gonna freaking top her. I'm thinking I'm just gonna let her run until she gets the pre-flop, dog. But she is looking amazing, bro.
Glad I
Okay.
love that shit,
Okay.
man. Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Look, well, I'm
Like
saying
a Christmas tree, like
unshameless plug, dog. I'm gonna put it short out tomorrow. See, I get a minute. I'm gonna try to do it early, and I'm gonna put it out early. Watching, y'all gonna
Okay.
be like, "Damn,
Hey, I'll
Linda
be
is
watching. You know
looking
I'll be
amazing,
watching.
bro."
You know I'll
I
tap
know,
in.
brother. I appreciate it.
I'll be
I appreciate
tapping
Soft
in.
Bless too. He gets in the comments,
Yeah.
man. See, I get in the comments, man. Not you two,
Yes,
because y'all
sir.
do. I mean, anybody else that's listening, get in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
sometimes I
Yeah.
don't comment. Sometimes I don't comment, but I'm gonna tell you good evening, brother, man. If I can, man, I'm always gonna like it, man. For sure, for sure. You
Oh,
feel
I
me, man?
appreciate
Absolutely.
that too, brother. I definitely appreciate that. But you gentlemen enjoy the rest of your night. I'll be listening to you right until the end day one. I'm gonna get a little something to
Yes,
eat. I'm
sir.
gonna get my ass in the bed. I'm up at
Yes,
5:15
sir.
in the morning.
Yes, sir. I'm about to
All
do the
right,
same
Sauce the
myself,
boss.
man.
You be safe in those. Both of y'all be safe in those streets, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming up and
Have a good
chilling with us
evening.
always.
Without a doubt, 100.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, we're gonna get ready to call it a night, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Jeep 420. Make sure you send me that email so I can get that sent out to you with this stuff that's going on with everybody else. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. John Doe, I see you down sleeping, man. It's
Have
what,
a good evening. Happy
12,
birthday,
3, it's
brother.
3 o'clock his
Again.
time, bro. He's been going hard. So shout out to JD. Happy birthday to my boy, man. Um, always being a solid cat. I appreciate that, man. And everybody out there that's always supporting, watching the videos, commenting, liking. I appreciate that too as well, man. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all check out my boy Sauce 420 with the extra drip. Make sure y'all check out John Doe, La 420. Make sure y'all check out ULODG 408. You know what I mean? Good content, a lot of good people out there, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna stay balling, we're gonna stay grinding, we're gonna stay above the game, man. Peace and love, man. Y'all smoke
Thank you,
good
Jack
and be
Boy.
good. Stay cool out there in this heat, man. Peace and love.
Always.